Hi. Helen? No. Can you hear now? Oh, your screen. It'll probably come on in a minute. Hi. Freedom, can you hear us? Yeah, you can hear. Yeah? Eggley, can you hear?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Right, great. Right. Oh, I don't want to move this now.
No, it's not doing that. It's all right now.
Can you hear him now?
It's a long way away from me.
Is that okay? Hey, Donna.
I'm 33 miles away.
Can you hear? That's you.
Put that over there a bit.
Great stuff.
Move that over there because it's too close to me.
Don't move that by in case it's touching your wire.
No, it's not.
Right, we can all hear you. Can you hear?
You hear me? Hello? Can you hear me now?
You can hear me now. We have sound, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's working.
Can you hear me now?
Like that, isn't it, with the lights?
Your lights are on, your lights are on, your lights are on.
Fucking hell. The heavens, isn't it? He goes, you go in the restaurant, you get, can I have the, got your water, you got, I'll have a glass of wine. So you, when you go, can I have the bill? Can I have the bill? The fuck's all that about? Can I have the bill? Hey, can I have the bill? Can I have the bill? Fucking hell. Can I have the bill? Take two fucking 100. Take two paracetamol. That's about it. Wait a minute, if you take three Coke Cordamol, have a glass of fucking wine, you don't like him. Fucking hell. So wait for this Paul Sykes movie. He's fucking bonkers. He answers himself, he comes on, he'll do them. It's like, probably like this. Hello? So this is him. This is the bloke. Hello? Is Jamie there? This is him. It's him twice. He's picked Paragon. Jamie there? Yes, Jamie speaking. Jamie, yeah, I do the books in there. Yeah, I'm the best author ever. I'm from Amazon. Yeah, and yeah, Paul Sykes. Yeah. That's true. He was the fastest swimmer in the world. Yeah, and he was 100%. Yeah, Paul Sykes. He was the greatest fighter ever lived in history. He was the world champion. He swam across the sea 15 times and back. So, just showing us. Yes. Well, yes, we're really interested in that, Jamie. We are really interested in the Paul Sykes movie. When could you get it started? Well, I've been trying to get it started for the last 3 years now. I've had £15 million put into the project, but I just can't seem to get a foot off the thing. It's just for everyone else who's watching. And this is what he's like. This is him talking, answer himself back. So you go, yes, it's Jamie again. Yeah, so, yeah, I've been doing these a long time. These movies, the man saying, pretend to be the man. We could start that movie soon. So this is like somebody in the house listening. So you're just one person here, and this is him on his own. And he's got the phone, and he's like talking. There's no one on the fucking other line. There's no one there. So he's pretending to be two people on the fucking phone. He's fucking cuckoo. He's on the phone one day for about 40 minutes, talking. Yeah, there's a movie deal doing. He said, is that you? He said, yeah. And then another one phone. He went, is that you? Oh, he said, it's Robin Williams. I'll take that. I went, all right. Like, that's it. And then he was going, yeah, Robin. Yeah, Robin. What was it like when you're in the band and all that? And he's supposed to be talking back to him, telling us. And how did you start off and all that? I'd love to do an interview with you. This is doing a podcast. So all finished and all that. So in the kitchen, I pushed the button. 1471, I think it was. I come out and says, You are now speaking to the speaking clock. The time is now 15:33. He was speaking to the fucking speaking clock for 40 minutes. 40 minutes to the speaking clock. What a fucking moron. 40 minutes to the speaking clock. Pretend he was talking to Robin Williams. That's how narcissistic he is. That's what he does. He answers his own question. So we'll put up, yes, Jamie's the best author ever been. Because there's no one on his page, so he'll have about 25 people on. 15 of them will all be fake accounts. He's like that with his 5 or 6 phones, and his son's got them, and his wife, and they're all answering. Oh, Jamie, you need to keep doing these books because these are the best books ever. You're the best author in Seaside. And then you know Tim when he says that, keep it up and don't be listening to that other stupid man, that big one. He's not as good as you. You're a lot cleverer than him. He's really, really slow compared to you. But you keep doing them books, Jamie, because you are the best author that ever lived in this history of the world, in the galaxy of the universe. Fucking mental. He does it all the time. And so then he'll go on his own page, and he'll go on his page when he put a book up, and before me, the book went out at 12 o'clock at night, and it was only on Kindle, so not many people buy the book on Kindle. And by 12:15, he phoned me, went, it's gone nuts. It's gone nuts. He uses that American saying, it's gone nuts. It's a bestseller already. I went, what? 15 minutes it's been on the internet, and it's a bestseller. And you fucking just talk all this shit, I thought, fucking crap. So tens of thousands of books have to be sold to be a bestseller. It's only been out since 12 o'clock. It's 12:15 now, and it's a bestseller. It's number one in the world. It's not number one in the shops in England. It's gone number one straight away. It's got nuts. It's got nuts. That's his staff saying. He comes out. It's an American saying. American Jews. It's got nuts. It's got nuts. Everyone's buying it everywhere. Well, everyone's in bed at 12 o'clock at night. Why would they be fucking up? Who's going to stay up tonight? Look at that book, 12 o'clock. Oh, I can't wait. Fucking crackers he is. And when I got £133, I think I got for it. But it was supposed to be the bestseller. I thought, well, I've only got £130 odd. It was a bestseller overnight. You're talking thousands of pounds. Fucking just shock shit. Because when I did the first book, I got $6,000 in the first fucking month. Never got never even got £1,000 all in with him. The whole book, the documentary, the Kindle, the audio, the paperback book, the what do you call audio one as well. So you get paid for all them. Never got paid. None of them have been paid for nearly 3 years now. Not a single penny. Not a fucking penny. And that's why he's on the run, hiding. Because he's got no money left. So all that shit about him moving out of his house and everything, I think what's happened is because neighbours have said he's been repossessed, they've been in, took everything out, the house being took off him. They've repossessed the house because he's got behind with a mortgage, obviously. We helped him, I pay that mortgage when he was £500 behind, we give him £600. Teach us a shit dribbler. Yeah, he's a shit dribbler. So he just talks about his fucking ass, mate. So we helped him with the mortgage when we were about me and them from house to house and all that shit, fucking dropping it off in Park End and everything, Sunderland and everything, all over the place we went. While him and his wife were sat in the house watching fucking Netflix and me there doing all the work. She went, you was getting £3 more than us. And wait a minute, Jelly. I'm putting fuel in the car every day. Some days it's costing 40 quid. We aren't even making something. And we're only doing it to fucking help you. Because I had my wages up my job, see, and things like that still, so I was okay. But he helped him out. She said, you're getting £3 more. I said, no, I put that on for like some you've got to send like post and stamp, it's like £2.40, £2.20, whatever. So you're sending that as well. And then you've got to buy the envelopes and everything. So, and then I said, then you've got to put the petrol in the car. I said, then we're up. Like anybody's hundreds of books, like signed them all night. And now all day drop them off all over the place. Well, they're sat in the house fucking watching telly and we're going up, putting the money into Rob Britton's bank account and paid him cash as well. I was lending the money off someone to pay for the book. I was paying for them cash, they're getting £100 paying for them, getting £200 paying for them. And I finally got the money up to where they could pay the mortgage. And obviously they haven't paid it because they've been repossessed. The house has been took off them. He hasn't got a fucking carrot. He's not working in no factory, it's all fucking shit. It's on the dole. He's laughing at people on the dole not long ago. He was saying, get a job, you bum, I work 70 hours a week. No, you don't. He sat at the table all day listening to fucking shit. Pretend you talk to Robin Williams. And he was talking to Gorgeous George. Remember Gorgeous George off Snatch? You know, he's read all your books and he's got all your stuff. You can't wait to meet you. It's just, but I didn't realise at the first season for the first about 2 or 3 weeks. I got fucking full of shit. This cunt. And I started asking him for things, and when he comes on, I'll talk to him just to say hello. He was like, oh yeah, and he was like, he's busy at the minute and all that, and I just knew. You know, you start that little thing, you only have to slip up once. I just knew it was a fucking lie then. Freedom, thank you very much, Racing Lady. You're both legends. Sorry, I'm in another world. I'm fucking 3 people. I'm tinfoil. I'm the author of the book company. Yeah. Is that you? Yeah, it's me. What you talking about today? I might just talk about Rob Millen. Is that you, Robin? Yes, Robin. Fucking mentally. Schizophrenia. You're never alone. me, my friends, and fucking schizophrenia. He's fucking balmy. Cockerill, yes. It's absolute robbery. Yeah, he's a fucking rat. So all that time me never run about, he's going, you're getting treated like Charlie, we're having to put the money in the car. I said, we're having to go and like say, we're having time to get to eat in the morning. So we're straight out the door, fucking 7 o'clock, because the traffic's a nightmare up here. You've got to go out very early, get out. Because it's 20, I think it was 5,000 kids, 21,000 people, 21,500 people live up here. So getting out in the morning, you can take 2 or 3 houses to get off your fucking front to get around to out. You have to come out 2 hours, 3 hours early to get out. There's only 3 ways in, 3 ways out. It's a fucking nightmare. It's honestly, it's like Spaghetti Junction to get out in the morning for all the kids, go to schools and stuff. So yeah, so we were going out in the morning and we were thinking, oh, we'll pop in a cafe, like say, so like you fucking Burger King or something else, or whatever, and get a fucking burger and a fucking drink and that, and drink that, and I'd be driving and drinking the thing and getting to say Sons or something, then going around all the estates, saying, oh, fucking where's this red person back and forward all over the fucking place. Well, they're in bed, sleep. They're in fucking bed all day, up all night, in bed all day, off his head on fucking shit all night. Then he's getting up in the afternoon, wanting more money off me. I said, I can't, I'm in such a, oh, can you drop me 50 quid off? And I'm thinking, I know it's for drugs, I'm not a fucking idiot. So I'm come all the way fucking back from Sunderland earlier to get him 50 quid. He said, no, I need to go shop. We've got no shop now. Straight round the corner. Hit round the corner where the parks are. And the lad who lived there, the lad in the very corner, John the corner, he sells them jazzy pants to him. So I picked the car on the corner and then I walked around just to be my own curiosity. I stood near the park, so you can't see me because there's some bushes. I'm stood like looking at that. Looking, he is at the fucking straight at John's door with the cash, the full 50 quid, and grabbing a fucking strips. He gets the 20 quid a strip and he gets 3 strips for 50 quid. So that's got his 60 tablets. So he's had him off his head all day. She wasn't in, she was at work. No, she wasn't in, she was at shopping, he said. She was out shopping, he said. But you can't get up, can't function without drugs. Not a single place where he went, he just can't function. Even when we went to Stephen Wraiths and that up there, it was embarrassing. Fucking, they were all just looking at him, doing you with somebody and you think, what are you doing? Fucking, or somebody you're out with like a young lad or something, he's that drunk, he's falling all over and then falling into people. You fucking maybe, you stupid bastard, you show me up. Absolutely fucking idiot. He can't just, he's one of them, you only have a drink. You think, that's it now, I've had a few, I feel a bit drunk here. He'll drunk like that. Fucking all over the place like that, fucking pathetic, falling over, picking up. Terry went out with him, Isaac Wilkins. I think it was Isaac Wilson's over the border. He went out with him, he fell over, broke his pinky. He broke his collar, no, he broke his pinky, he broke his arm, and he broke his coccyx all in one night. Fucking, then he's at the bus stop because they'd gone in and up all night drinking until 8 hours in the morning. We're in the pub. So we got on the bus, there's a seat outside. So they've come around the car and seen him on the seat. Laid on the seat, his wallet's on the floor, his phone's on the floor. He's all his paperwork on the floor because he was going to see Dominic Negus, the boxer. And he fell asleep on a bench outside, like a steel bench, not a wood one, like a metal one, where you get the national bus to London. So they've got him on the bus. The bus driver wouldn't let him on because he was all full of piss again, pissed himself. He said, "Oh look, I'll he'll be all right, blah blah blah." So anyway, I got him on the bus, and the bus driver he just fell asleep on the bus. And then when he got to there, he said, "Oh, and I got there, threw up all over his settee." It's not a way to work, is it? And that's why I couldn't work with him when James English was here. And he was fucking sweat pouring out and his eyes were pinching and went, "Who the fuck's he?" Because he never met him, he'd only heard him on the phone. So that he realised it was him. And I said, "It's him." He said, "Oh, we can't have him on the podcast with the eyes like that." He said, "We can't be having him." He said, "I was on it for 7 years. I know I'm a smackhead when I see a smackhead." And he said, "I didn't even know you was on fucking smack." I said, "Well, suppose Scrappy had to go in the living room with him." I said, "Well, just pretend Scrappy will get out of you. So you stay in there with Scrappy." And yeah, so James was James, let me think. I think I was that side. No, I might have been there. James was here, I think. It was good. Yeah, it was this side, James was that side. That was it. And we did it about 3 hours podcast. Lovely that James. And then he got jealous because James was dead late. He said, "Oh, come and see you, big man. You all right?" And he said, "James, I can't wait. I've got to go." He said, I wouldn't get away from him. Obviously, you see him on the smack. Disrespecting that, innit? Getting people to come down from Scotland. That was the very first subject he got. Which he got all the other ones he'd done books with. They weren't interested. We never heard of him. When he put me, went on. James went, "Oh, Brian Cockerill, taxman." He said, "I'll be down Monday." He said, Monday morning. So he came on Monday straight away. Then he phoned Sean Atwood. Now Sean, the taxman. He said, "Oh yeah." He said, "He's put the wild man on. The wild man's been telling me all about him for years." So I was the first person that these people knew to go on as a celebrity fucking podcast. But he couldn't get any. I was the only person he got on. So it was me who give you the leg up, not the other way around. You me up, you fucking idiot. I've done 15 fucking documentaries, 6 national documentaries. I even did Skinning Grove, but I never went in it. Remember Skinning Grove, roughest villages? Well, okay, maybe what he was called Tom, and he worked for Granada Television in Manchester, but he's from London. But he came here with McIntyre. He said, "You know, because he's from London." When McIntyre said, "Go and see Brian Cockerill. He might know rough where they live, some parts." So I went to a few places up here. And I went, "I know, I'll go." So I'm driving. I said, "It's like going back in time." So I'm going to Skinning Grove. So you go over the hills around the fucking thing, and you get there. It's like going back to the 1970s. So as I come down, we pulled up, and so like there's a brilliant fish and chip shop there. Another woman was it, and it's right up that high hill. You come all the way down. It's going back to the 1960s, 70s. And then we last came out about 25-year-old with a pair of, she had like a tracksuit on, but it was one of them shell suit ones. This was only 20 years ago, I think, something like 18 years ago. And they were out years and years ago, out fucking 30 odd years of the shell suit. She's got a shell suit on and a pair of willies up to here, like up to her waist, walking about. And then another one come round and there was this little kid. And they had a doll, carrying the doll like that. And when you turn around, the head had been smashed off, all the heads been smashed in, all the eyes were broken, all that on it. Like Village of the Damned. And then they're like fucking hills of eyes, like, so. I went, "Oh, this is unbelievable." It's like going back to fucking, like you said, like going back in time. Perfect. So went and spoke to a few people who knew me and coming over talking to me. So they wanted to do wanted me to do the talk over to talk to the people, but I thought I don't want to do it because if I go on there and I start talking and it's putting the village down a little bit, I don't end up falling out with people. So I found it for them, but he said, "Do you want to still come with us and like I'll pay and all that?" I said, "No, I'm all right." So I never went. I couldn't fucking bother with it. But it was me who actually found that place for the roughest villages in Skinning Grove, it was called. Sea pants, yeah. Pea pants, PP. I can't call them. Actually, what Papa, that's the raw. Times are hard. Ted biscuit. Where's the lady? Ted biscuit. Yup. Just full of phlegm. THC, it's MOT centre. Yeah, for fuck's sake. THC 25 MOT centre in here, for fuck's sake. We fucking hell, yeah, getting out, know what you mean? I've just realised. I thought you were a baby then. Fucking him. Fucking ABA fucking semi-finals 3 years in a row. Fucking idiot. Don't even know your ABC, them on your fucking ABA finals. Never even boxed. They never ever had a proper fight in the ring. When they had three sparring sessions, got splattered 3 different gyms. They barred him up every gym. I was in the semi-finals. Fucking I'll mully you with me, child. You've seen him on the pitch, haven't you? I smoke crack and weed. Should you imagine anyone seeing that and calling people back? Can you imagine, like, say somebody, a movie director, going to do a movie and they see that, they'll go, fuck that. They will not want that stigma with that brush tied with them, because he just bring them straight down. And all that voice and that voice goes through you, doesn't it? Imagine him. But I'm going to, they said, they need me, he said, when it's on the Jimmy O, when he was doing the podcast, he said, they need me on the Jimmy O. To Jimmy O, he said, they need me because I'm an expert on Paul Sykes. He said, I'm the only one who knows everything about him. He said, I'm an expert. He said, so I'm going to be directing the movie. I'm going to be the movie director. So he's got his thing, Jamie Doyle, movie director. And I don't know if he's put actor in. I'm not sure if he's put actor in. But he's fucking round the bend, isn't he? Actor, movie director, fucking Jamie Spielberg. Well, let's piss the bed. Well, yeah, he's already in that, isn't he? Spielberg. Just as it was safe to go back in the water. Paul Sykes 3. Fucking hell. Somebody else put him on about Paul Sykes the other day, talking about him, said he was a fucking coward. You're right, Brian. Every time there was Terry Mitchell went to fight him and battered him, then another lad battered him in a pub. He said, and there was another one battered from Blackburn, who was a rugby player. He got battered all over. I didn't realise he got so many good items. Every time we got good items in them pubs, he never went back to them. That shows you what a shit house he was. Yeah, he's fucking and then they smash him out a bit. He's fucking violent. He really, really fucking thinks he's the best author walking. Fucking deranged. Yeah, he used to work at Aldi's. He worked at Aldi's, pushing the trolley pusher, and pretended he was a forklift driver. Now, the lad who I know, he worked with him. He said, I worked like stacking shelves. He couldn't even get the shelf stacking job. So they gave him the job. He pushed the trolleys and put the trolleys in position in the shop. Then he worked in Tesco as a trolley stacker. Then he worked in North Allen in a car park where it was to park the cars. Just in North Allen, a little car park he worked in. He never had a fucking job. He had one decent job, and that was on the dustbins at Redcar, and you got caught selling fucking, you put the cannabis in the wrong bin for someone. And, you've got like houses two together, like the Victorian ones. You've got like 2 doors. So he's put the bin there, say number 4, and it was number 3 or something. And the old man's come out, like, the old putty bodies where they spray it with all the jet washing them. He's come out and found the bag, picked it up, bought up cannabis in it, phoned the police to stop the bin men. Obviously, he's got prints all over, got him, and he didn't get charged. He just gave him a caution, but he got the sack off the bins, off Breadcar bin, because my mate used to work. He was the head man on there. He put his head in the dustbin. THC. Papa Lazaro. And tiny garage box of stuff. Yeah. Tiny box of stuff. Got only fucking tiny little head. Fucking 25 people on there and fucking 19. Emma said 19 of them out the 25. Well, could be 35. Could be 30 out of 35. Scaffing off the steelworks, I think it was. Oh, my mate went one night, him and his mates, right? Ginger Ale and another lad. A red card, they call it the wife swapping village. What the fuck's all that about? So he goes in, and they're at a party, and they're all going back to this house because the pub's there. I think there's only one pub in there. And you're right at the very top, you can go to another pub, but in there, it's like, fucking like 3-legged monsters and all sorts coming at you. So we all played the game then. So what they do is they get a big bowl, like a fish bowl. You put goldfish bowl, put your car keys in it, and then the woman puts a thing on her eyes, like blindfold. So start munching around for the keys, and then picks the key out. And Neil then put behind the back of it, and then they do that, and then they go, I've got you. And you're like, fucking hell. My mate went, just go to the toilet one minute, so I have a line of coke. Straight over the back wall of both of them, run like fuck shit themselves, like fucking monsters. He said, fuck, I'm gonna have an air, fucking hell. Run like fucking Charlie like that. Fucking would have killed me if he sat on me. He said, couldn't wait to get out. Straight over the back wall, ran up the fucking hill to get away. Couldn't shit themselves. Wife's swap party. Okay, now. TH banners. TH, that was that stuff you smoked. Yeah, fucking knackered today, mate. Who's over up with all the last 2 nights? Puppy power. Screaming for me, you got it in my armpit. And he fucking bites you down your head for sleep. He's half grown, fucking, can't believe how big he is. He's trying to push the paw. He's trying to pull the bolt down, and he's pushing with one paw, and he's fucking trying to pull with the other paw. Like a baby's type of age. Fucking unbelievable. He was a bully, yeah, proper bad bully. Raped loads of young girls, loads of young boys, and raped young girls, loads of girls. Used to go to the parks and walk in the park and just flash yourself to all the school kids. School full of kids and teachers. You'd walk in Tesco's and flash yourself and then piss all over the bread. They'd make bread at early hours of the morning and pee all over the bread. Just a horrible, evil bastard. Used to go into pubs and get young lads. There's about 4 or 5 young lads in there. Go right, you stand on the pool table. Get that pool, hickory dickory dock, or London Bridge is falling down, and he'd be on the table crying his eyes out. About 18, 19-year-old kid. Pure fucking scumbag bully. But when I went to fucking fight him, the fucking shitbag went, no, didn't even talk. He went out with his hand waving me away. And I took the money off him, 1,200 quid we got him. Went another time, got these 2 elephants he owed money to, took them off him. Didn't even move off the table. He was in the same table, in the same pub, looked like he'd never moved. He's a pure bum, all day long, drinking like the Tin Man. Pure fucking alcoholic bum. He's trying to say this is coming out and that. There's no Paul Sykes movie. I've fucking been on the phone to people. And who in the right mind now is going to go with someone who's calling people in wheelchairs, bullying women, threatening to have fights with people, threatening to fucking rape people because he's pretending to be him. Right, that's what he used to do. Sykes. But he he can't fight. Sykes could fight. There he is, Paul Sykes. Punch a shark into a hole. Shark will swim away. Well, how can a 2.5 ton shark be scared of any cunt? And how would a 2.5 ton shark be in freezing cold water? They don't go in cold water, they go in warm water. He doesn't even think. It's called the Bay of Sharks. And the things are about that big, the sharks in it, little tiny things. It's just called that because it's got little sharks in. But they're not like baby ones. Not like great white. I don't know what type of sharks, but they're only little. But they call it the Bay of Sharks, but no one's ever been eating anything in there. Gonna go to the toilet 2 minutes, guys. Put your pants. London bridges. Right.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hey, PP. Let's have a look. Ramid, yeah. He'll be back in a second. PP. Excuse me, pajamas. Are you waiting, lady? Hi, Peter. Are you patas? Are you okay, Donna? I've been rubbing my eye. I've rubbed my eye like that. Got like mascara, look like a panda. I will. He's back. Been like that, you know.
But the runs there, like fucking the what? Fucking. Oh God. I wasn't going to stop. Nightmare. Just as you finish, oh, I've gone back again. Fucking nightmare. I think it's the pub. Fucking. I didn't have no to eat, so I drank one of them yops and go right through. You don't have a fucking yop. And then he had one of them Fiji ones, like just all milk. I haven't had no to eat today yet. Just a pikelet. 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 Got to put Sunday dinner on. Been in bed nearly all day. I'm so fucking knackered I was. Rock, what are you gambling on? You should be gambling on fuck all. Can't win on gambling. It's fucking, you look on the floor at the end of the day, there's fucking yellow slips all over, pink or wherever they are. So you know who's won. There's confetti all over the floor. I used to work in the race course in Redcar. You see them putting the goal in on Michael Tam. He had £20,000. He worked. He did the windows down London for about a year. He come home with £20,000 in the bank. He went into the fucking betting office. He put £400 on a horse, won £4,000 or something. That was 24,000. Fucking brilliant. Fucking brilliant. You won't have to do that. That'll last you for ages, you know. Obviously, £5,000 on another horse lost. £5,000 on another horse lost. But I come back about 20 minutes later. He said, "Can you lend a fiver?" I said, "No, I haven't got no money." I did. Oh, fuck you. I'm not doing my own food. You know what I mean? Fucking 24 grand he had. He went down to nothing. A full year's work down the fucking. Not even down the toilet. Fucking just gone. A full year's work gone. Speak to the toilet. Donna. It was fucking guts to kill me. So I started away, but it wasn't. It was an emergency. PP's on. Are you PP? You alright, son? Peter DeVox. Rock bingo sprint draw. Oh, horse racing key of the door. That's a nice name. Key the fucking door, alright. Oh, the always get beat. Nearly everyone. I've seen He'll win, say, £100,000 if I come home and out. Fucking, I've met one lad. I was driving from, I've been towards Leeds and coming back. I was on the A19 coming up this way. And he'd been to York races. And he went to the races and he won £3,000. And he put his last £1 something on a horse and couldn't get the bus home. Didn't have no money to get paid for the bus to get home. His last one about 50 or something. So he had to walk from York, about 40 miles or something, 50 miles home. Like, ridiculous. But I give him a lift up, right out to his, I took him to the pub where he lived. And the lads in the pub knew him. He said, Brian Cockerill, this was Billingham, this. I said, you need to stop gambling. He said, no, my wife goes mad about me. I put it in. So I tell you what's the worst thing then when I'm bandits. But it used to be on the seafront. I used to work down there. You put £1 in, the most you could win was £1. I thought, £1 in, and the maximum you can win is £1. I've seen Peter put £300 in the machine. The whole like fucking week's wages. Just on a one-hand bandit. You could go and buy the machine, a second-hand one, put it in your house and be on it all day. Empty it, fill it back up. Empty. Do you know what I mean? Why go in the fucking arcade when you can't win anything? I don't understand it. You put £1 in to win £1. Which is now else you win more now, these new machines. But then it was £1, that was it. You put £1 in, the maximum you could win was £1. I thought, well, why don't you save up, buy a machine and put it in your house? Yeah, they're horrible. So that's pathetic. And I'm not into them at all, not interested. 24 thumbs up, 100 people on. Those big only online. You see too many. Yeah, it's fucking. I think it's a bad thing. Honestly, I really think it's one of the worst things. It's one of the worst addictions because I've seen them and they're like, oh, I can win. I used to think that series Big Deal, Bobby Box, I think it was called. That was a good series, but that was my uncle's. They were like that, fucking terrible. And then you see them, don't you? Right on the council estate pub, so with the pen in the ear, little pen to write the bet out. And then they've got the newspaper, the Sun or something in the back pocket in there, gagging for a pint, 10 to 11, waiting for the pub open, gagging for a pint. You're fucking mental. The way they're going on, they're like fucking, they're old men, they're about 30 odd year old. They stood there, when I went back 10 years later, the same people that were out at the pub with the same people 10 years later on the front when I went back to the red car. Still all the same people go to the same pub for like 30, 40 fucking years. And that's my chair, because they've got their own chairs. Oh, that's my mum. But in some of the pubs, they used to have a metal tankard, and that's my tanker that they put it behind the bar. That's Tommy's tanker, that's Johnny's. Like seat crew. There's a little pub down there. They used to do it in there, like a little, like a hotel. Have their own tankards and their own seats. That's Mary and Jimmy's seat, that. And you get your it's got your fucking name on it. But you just let them sit down because obviously they've been fucking gone there since they got married or something. You see them going in, so in the old pubs. But they were good, the old pubs. They were good. Like the pub, where you used to go in, like there. What's it called? Like the Nash, I think it was called, in a place like that, where it was like a lakes club. Like the old clubs, because they were cheap. The drink was cheap. But if you got in trouble, if you didn't stand up and sing the Queen's song, you used to get barred out. Yeah, I don't like betting at all. It's a horrible thing. You can't. The odds are against you. You can't win, can you? Jason Mallet, yeah. Jay Mallet from Redcar. He's from Esther originally. He passed away now. Good kid. He used to work for me, and he used to work on the door for me. I had the top of the number one taxman on. And him and Goose, he had the number one taxman's boys on the back of the top note because they all worked on the door for me. Yeah, Jason, good lad. Cut his throat, killed himself in the end through the drugs. Cut his own throat. Yeah, that's how he killed himself, poor bugger. I was in jail when he did it. It's freezing now. It's freezing in here at night. Yeah, I'm like ice. Was kind, but mum, Peter Dog. I was like LIL, little kid, but mum, like Adam Faith. Adam Faith was a good looking bloke, so little. Fair, did a lot of films. Good singer, good actor as well. Used to go on stage, used to singing When they'd have a club and somebody come on like Adam Faith, it wasn't maybe not as big coming up the tree, and they'd do work in the clubs and they'd only get £1 or something a night, £2. And how Jimmy Brown used to do it. So that phlegm thing. I've been reading up on it saying if you drink salt, I'm going to try that. And salt, just get rid of phlegm in your chest for loads of people. Just you put it in a bit of water and drink it. So I'm going to start trying that. I've had it for 6 fucking months, driving me mental. I can't get rid of it. Doctors have given me medication, everything, can't get rid of it. Oh, that fucking medicine's horrible. Looks like treacle. Oh, makes you balk. Jimmy B. Yeah, so you used to get people used to get on the tea, like hot goblin pies, remember them? Like goblin pies they're called. You used to have one of them, or Frey Bentley's pies, like them steak kidney Frey Bentley's pie with chips and peas. They were nice. Remember them? We come in out of there on Sunday dinner. My auntie would do a big dinner for everyone in the house, loads of us. Who's got toothache? Dying with toothache, right? Tell you what to do. Go and get a tablespoonful of vinegar, tablespoonful of salt. Have you got any bicarbonate? No. Have you got any salt? Yeah. Have you got any garlic? You've got a garlic. Get a garlic and crush it up. Put the garlic in your mouth and bite it and suck it in the garlic, and that'll just take that away. Gargle salt and the vinegar. Gargle it for age about 5 minutes in your mouth. But put the clove of garlic in your mouth, bite into it. Within about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it'll go away. And what it does, the salt and the vinegar cleanses it, and the garlic is automatic, or it's an antibiotic. Or if you're going by the antibiotics off the vet, off the thing of the dogs, if you buy the antibiotics off the doctor, it takes 3 or 4 days before they even start to work. With garlic, it automatically works straight away. I guarantee you'll be gone in 2 days. You've got a cracked tooth, a boiled one, or if you've got just poison in you, what happens? It'll disperse. Just squeeze it. Don't swallow the thing. Gargle it again for 5 minutes and spit it into the toilet. Don't put it in the sink because there's poison in that, see. And then wash. What if you do the thing? Wash it down with hot water. But that within 2 days that'll go away. 5-10 minutes of doing gargling it with salt, vinegar, water, warm water. Get the pulp the little clove of garlic right down and stick it in your. So you've got a little hole, stick it in there. Do that. Just keep doing that for ages. You can do it for 10 minutes, and it'll just go away, and it'll come back in about 20 minutes time. Do it again. Keep doing that, and in the end, it'll just go away. Just gone. You get up in the morning, it'll be gone. If you've got garlic, if you've got gout is a form of it's a rich man's meat. If you eat loads of red meat all the time, and some people get it with chicken, some people get it with wine and stuff, like the old King Henry VIII used to get it all the time. So it's a form of arthritis. So it's like tiny little microscopic little pins sticking in your like a hedgehog, just for instance, like that sticking in your skin, like aching all over. So it just swells up, goes all red sometimes. So you go in, buy carbonated soda, it's about £1.50 out of Tesco's. Get that, take a tablespoonful, put that in a glass of water, about 250ml, and about 250ml of black cherry juice. You get the black cherry juice out of pound shop, the pound shops. It's £1 for a bottle that big. I think you get it at Tesco for about 150. So you put that in the black cherry juice, it breaks down the acidic acid in it, and it stops within about 20 to 30 minutes. It'll be gone. I'll give it to 33,000 people have tried it on here, and every single one says, absolutely unbelievable, I can't believe it. I was getting off the doctor, it's taking 3 or 4 days to subside, and he can drink every day now, this lad. So he worked in the cleaning the heart and floors of the heart report, was the indoor part where you can go in. He works in there, and near the post office. Oh, that big fella, you brilliant. My mate, both of us are in now. He said, it just worked brilliant. Can't believe it. He said it was 20 minutes, so it was all gone. All the swelling had gone down and everything. It's unbelievable. There's always a cure out there for everything. You've just got to put it together. Got to put everything together for you. That's why but them antibiotics, they do work, but they take too long. They take about 4 or 5 days. And they make you feel sick as well. Where the garlic doesn't. No vampires come near you either. Only 30, come on, hit likes, come on, hit the like buttons. 31 now. So come on, don't forget to push the like buttons, guys. I think it's one of them. Last week or so has been really flat. Been a flat week. I think everyone's been the same. All the podcasts I've noticed. Optics, Apex, PP, can't see this. Freedom. Third I was worse. Pain. My broken jaw. Nasty stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I'll definitely take it away, 100%. Generally, Craig. To say, uptick, Apex, pain, my broken jaw. Yeah, toothache. It's all it is, nerves. It's all it is. I'm saying to you, I was trying to tell you. That's what I've got now is like toothache all day long in my hands. It's the nerve damage, crushed all the way. My spinal cord's been crushed for 15 years, right inch tight, so it's not working right. So it's just like boom, 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 like that all day long, 7 days a week. Some days I don't sleep. That's why I'm up all night sometimes. The fucking pain's killed me. My hands are really bad today. Hand in that hand. My side's a bit. My side's bad, but it's not as bad as it was a couple of days ago. But it's really sore. Just completely, it's like boom, 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 like throbbing. When you bang your fat finger with a hammer or your finger thumb, you go, oh, fucking hell, you. Freedom's big up, mate. Seems some blocking others. Seems some are blocking others. Sort them out, someone. Heinz all been. You alright, son? Gentlemen, hope you're all well. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, it's really good garlic. It's really, really good for you. It's good for your blood and everything. Cleans you out. It's really good for everything in the body. It's really good. I was hitting antibiotics straight away. It just takes down the swelling. It just starts to work straight away. Where the other stuff has to take days to get in your system. Black hole. They're taxing a few times. Brothers. Well, that's that sorted. Good lad. Haven't already done. Please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel. Yeah, we need to subscribe some people because we're getting towards 35,000 now. I think we're each 100 off, which is like amazing, isn't it? In that short time of time, 35,000 people in a few years is good. Swinstone, been true, and Emma, you're a legend. Thank you very much, John. You're a tough man. He is. They used to go out on my mum used to go and she used to get all ready. She'd put that fucking beehive on. Beehive's like a hair up here. A big bouffant thing. Spray it all over fucking whole house. Like, it'd be like, yeah. Clive stood in the air like that in the fucking hairspray. Like, Clive's trying to get through the fucking hairspray and all over the house. Fucking hell. Only the ozone layers fucked for all the women in the 60s and in the 70s fucking doing their hair out here. Fucking big hairdos used to wear. And then he used to have a big mirror like that, old oak table. And all the stuff was stuck to it, all the lacquer. Lacquer, that's what it's called. It's like fucking varnish. And she's spreading you, coughing your guts up, going out for the night, go to the club, going some states down there. It was the thing of the week, that Sunday night, going on Sunday for the women, Friday, Saturday was the men, and Sunday the women, all nice dressed, done up and everything. And you go in, there'd be like a night of like singing, dancing, they'd all be on, dancing on stage, there'd be somebody on stage singing, or there'd be a band on or whatever, or a comedian, and the people would have the music on dance, and then there'd be another room with a snooker table, they'd all have a game of snooker in there, pool table, and they'll be saying, oh, I've been down to the garden today, talk about the allotments, all that old stuff's gone now. The other old men be doing the allotments and that. Oh, we turnips are coming on good. Oh, you Bill? Oh, we such big leeks are coming on good, and you could hear them all talking, but it kept them all saying there's something to do. This never seems to be dying off, all that stuff where seeing all the old men going down the allotments and digging up and putting potatoes and all that stuff. It seems to be dying out. People aren't growing stuff no more, just buying it out of the fucking shops. Used to see them getting all there'd be a festival, and it'd be like, so we've got the biggest leak and stuff like that, and they'd have a day out where they used to have like a carnival at Red Cat. Emma's sister was the prom queen. She's beautiful. And my sister, she won it 2 or 3 years in a row. She won it. We put them on a big crate, like the milk float thing. It's all done up with the gown, all the queen, all that, and she won it. Julia, I think 2 or 3 years in a row she won it. And what happened is,
Brian, yeah. Chris, because he couldn't get an answer off my phone, he thought that.
I forgot you do your live and that. I kept flying over.
Think you had trouble.
Oh no.
Can I say hello to you?
Yeah, you're all right.
Yeah, do
you want to say a little alone now? It's Chris's son, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to go have a sec.
Yeah.
Oh.
But he said he wanted to say something to you, Brian. Say hello to everyone.
Everyone here.
Say hello to everyone. Hey, sit up so you can see you, look.
Well done.
Yeah, move over. Turn your chair around.
Yeah. We've been at school.
Yeah.
We've gone to school.
Not today.
No, not today, but it's been going though.
Yeah, he's done well. Done really good, hands done.
Yeah, we've just done here with a few people. 100 people, over 100 people.
Good lad. He flew straight over. He wanted to fly over with him. He said, Chris said, I think they might have a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Good.
I'll talk to him after this because obviously there's 100 people here.
He wants to say thank you.
He's all right. Optic Apex. Good one. Donna cooking with it, but it don't use it crazily. Don't really support the channel. Don't forget to push the like buttons, guys. 104 on 35 people. Push the like buttons. So they used to go in the club and they all used to sit there and they'd have all the nice dresses on, all the makeup and all that, and to get all self-smarted up the women. And you see them in there going to the bathroom, just powder their nose and all that stuff and put lipstick on it, and then the men would be in there playing power the next minute. Somebody would be starting a fight or something. And you have the doorman. If you had a fight in one of the clubs, you'd be banned up for 6 months or a year. It wasn't like on the door where you worked the doors, or you went, you can't come in tonight. In there, it was all rules. You had to sign everything. So then you could get in if you had like an uncle. Somebody could sign in for you. Well, he's my nephew. So you'd sign on the door, your name, you'd vouch for him to come in the club. That's how you used to go out. And that's what the days were like then. Not like they are now. And everyone got on with everyone because they'll say, well, I've got some turnips next week coming up. You can get some offers. Or I've got some cabbages, whatever. People would grow their own stuff in the allotment and that, and everyone would get on. But now it's just all chaos everywhere you go. Where people say,
no, not most of the right.
No, nobody says no family or just been about old man used to do both up with their hair.
He wants to say thank you on that video.
It'd be all right. I'll do it after this because there's loads on here. Yeah. So what they used to do is they'd go out, say the mums, and they'd be all the women together. And we say, now wait a minute, have you seen that number 27? I think she's having the affair with him at number 24 and all that shit. You can hear them all talking, like bitchy and that. But like, yeah, totally different life now. Apex Legends, Wrestler, Freedom, Global Warnings. Growing competition. Yeah, that's that. They used to have competition. What they used to do, they used to go like say the pub, the club. They'd have at the back of the club. They'd have like a jazz. Yeah, I've seen a bit, so it won't be long. So what they used to do, they'd have like competitions and that. So say, for instance, they'd have jazz bands on with it, all the little girls and that, and little boys on the drums and all that. But kept them as a community, so everyone they'd all be on the field practicing, and then like say one part of Stockton would verse somebody from Middlesbrough or something, they'd do their band and march. But the kids would be practicing all week, be upstairs in the bedroom practice and give them something to do. There was no telephones and things like that. So they're all getting all the shoes, and there'd be kids in the army that'd take hours, you'd polish your boots and get you disciplined and all that. And your granddad or somebody helped you show this how I was in the army. So you get like a candle, and you'd burn it, and you'd burn your wax onto your shoes, and then you'd go with a spoon like that, and you put it on, and then you'd buff it in your shoes so they're absolutely gleaming like pure. It's like wax. That's what they were. You know, the wax was like the candle wax would burn the polish, and the polish would just be gleaming with your boots going, and you'd be up in the morning. You'd be on the arm cadets or something, and then the other ones would say be on the band in the band. They'd be them type, and there'd be ones with band, ones throwing the big things and catching them. You know, the like band leaders and all that. And it was great because it was like maybe 1,000 people on the field, maybe 2,000 people on the fields. And they'd all have sandwiches made and stuff like that, or they'd go and sit and they'd open all the tables up, like the paste tables, loads of like when you paste for your wallpaper, they'd have all them and open them up and they'd put all the food on them for the kids to eat the food. So everyone would have a full day out, be like a Saturday probably. And they might say, oh, we're at Doncaster Saturday. They'd have to go all the way from Hartlepool to Doncaster, reversing them, you know, like and things like that. But now there's no fucking none of that around now. You don't see, and you'd all get together, and the mums would make all the banners and stuff, and the dads would do their like pick things like the tables and stuff. And the nanas would do the biscuits and the cakes and the trolleys for all the food, put all the food on them. And Betty, have you got them such and such? Yeah, I'll sort them tomorrow. Oh, Barbara, can you do? Get Barbara to do. She can do them. She's the best at fairy cakes. And everyone would have little jobs and all these different things. And then there'd be like somebody, oh, is he? And it'd be like, Jack. They'd be like, say, 4 old men. Jack, where's Tom? Where's Andy? Have you got it? Have you got it? And they'd be making fucking big scrumpy Jack or something, or bigger, you know, making it. Is it ready? Oh yeah, we not being the fucking normal, the old man like that, mortal drunk, going out fucking pissed. But you've been doing nothing, Betty. Now I can smell alcohol in your breath, you. They get a fucking slap right in the fucking lug or something like that. It was hilarious. And they're ever at the way, wife's back in that. My wife used to just use it all. Some of them did anyway. Our mum would knock you out. And they all used to help. Everyone used to help. Like say there was like somebody on the estate there'd been a fire and they'd lost like everything else. Like, somebody come out, I've got to put an old table there. You can have that to get them back on the feet. Oh, there's the chair. There's some knives and forks. There's some plates. There's some cups. We'll all get in there and we'll all go in and wash it all up because there'd been a fire, say in the kitchen, in the living room. It was all wrecked. Wash all the walls down, clean it all, flush it all out, and then the men would come in. And needs plaster and that, and plaster would come in, pinch a bit of plaster from work, plaster the wall for it. I'll sort that out, Betty, don't worry. And then Tom would come in, he's like a joiner, he'd put the doors on and everything for you, and then everyone come in and paint it all, and then so it'd help you with the garden and all that, and then the house would be perfect. So it might take maybe 5-6 hours to do the house, because it'd probably take yourself weeks and weeks on your own. Old Mrs. Tommy Jenkins' mum's house has been burnt. Or such and they've had a leak in the roof, it's all caved in. No problem, everyone would just go in now. Like 20-30 people all helping at the same time. But now fucking people just walk by and ignore you. There's no camaraderie. And then they'd have to go, I should have won that. Walk with them drunk. My leak was bigger than yours. No, it wasn't in the fight over the leak. My leak was bigger than your leak. You second time you've won this in a row, this favouritism. Be arguing over a fucking lake. God knows who's got not the biggest, but the best. But fucking hilarious when you go and then you'd be on there. And then the old men said to me when I was fucking massive, I was 24 stone when I was huge. I was about 24, 25-year-old. I was fucking monstrous, man. I could have beat you when I was your age. Yes, could you? Fuck, you silly old cunt. I said, you could have beat me when I was 5, then mine fucking now. Fucking idiot. Fucking never, I could have beat you all over drunk. Fucking throw punches, couldn't fight slave. They're hilarious. But the young kids would knock them out now. You were a kid, you just say, behave yourself, Tom. Behave yourself, Uncle John, whatever. And everyone had a little job to do. And like you come home from school, get the bins out, go to the shop, or go and see such and such, do a job for him, go down the town on a Saturday for your mum, get the bus down, get to shopping and get a list off. I used to go to Hinton's, used to go down the town with old Bobby, get the bus there, go up the ramp in Hartlepool, and we used to go to the indoor market, get the bacon, the sausage and stuff. Then we used to go to Hinton's. Hinton's was a nice shop. Go in there, get stuff in there. And we used to come back with the bags, and I'd have about 5 or 6 bags, and he'd have 2 or 3. And it was a nightmare on the bus. You're like that, fucking all over, and the bus is driving, and you're trying to get off the bus with the bags. But you had to do it with the family. Kids now, can you go to the shop? Oh, I can't be bothered. Or do you have to walk right round the shop to a fucking quarter of a mile or something? Our shops were miles away, and when you had to go, you couldn't say, oh, you don't get the slap. Couldn't dare say, no, get to that shop now. You're in for a week. Country cause new boxing got there, bookmate. I don't know what that means. I use your talk. Oh, I know what you mean, yes, James. Yeah, that's right, that. Yeah, you're right, best this house. So it's good, that film. They're fucking arguing over and out, aren't they? I remember that, and they've got they're right, they're arguing that they've got the beer and everything, haven't they? The fucking sets a fucking thing of light. I think it's a bonfire, isn't it? Trying to put it out with the hose pipe. You're not putting yours over my fence. What you're laying that on there for? Argue over out. That's my seat, that's my tanker, that. Oh, but that's tanker. No, tanker's like a cup, but it's made of metal. That's my tanker. I've had that 35 years. My granddad left that to me. Arguing over a fucking daft cup. Oh, Dad, come on, do that. You know, they've never had a fucking fight in their life like that. Never doing that for 20 minutes, never threw a punch. Come on then, come on. I'll jack it off. And he's over the other side. One's in Stockton, one's in fucking Middlesbrough, that far apart. Come on then, me and you. Come on then. Behave, you fucking daft old punch. Sit down. Fucking hilarious. Yeah. Come on then, me and you 1-1. Fucking 300 miles away. Fucking 30 feet away or 60 feet away. You couldn't reach him. You had to stretch your Armstrong at the fucking arms. You offered him out last night. No, you were fucking right up the other end of the street shouting at me. Then next day they come and see you, they're all right. They say you offered by Cockerill last night, you know. Oh, you're joking. You're fucking joking me. You fucking did. What's it on camera? And they're going to fucking kill you now. Going, where's that fucking bastard at last night offering me out? Not putting the act on, I'm going to kill him. I would have fucking and using the toilet like that. Where's that fucking John Smith or where's he fucking at? And they're all like that laughing. I went, I said, do you know what? He said, no, he hasn't been in today. Do you know when I get him? I'm going to fucking shove his head right down that fucking toilet. He said, no, he's just been in, gone, Brian. I said, okay, then let it go on, no, that's the joke. So I'm going to strangle right. I'll be behind the door and come on, come here, you. Jug out the fucking skins. I didn't mean this, I said, you're daft, only messed about. People are daft and ring on them. You can't hit them for fucking being daft. And you get one, don't you? Oh, here he comes now. The Scottish ones are the worst. All right, there. See me, you. Right, me, you. Scottish ones are the worst. They're fucking nightmare. Like my uncle's friends and that. See me, you. We're like that, me and you. We're like that. Scottish people, I'm racing in the knows what I'm on about. Me and you are like that. We're like that. Me and you, pal. Aye, me and you. Me and you. Say the same thing 1,000 times. Me and you are like that. Well, like that, you know. Well, like that. You think, okay, all right, get yourself a get a drink. I'm just letting you know. I can fight me, you know, big man. Aye, big man, I can fight, you know. I could never have a fight in his life. I can fight, you know, like me and you like that. Well, like that. Like Rob says, but it's fucking hilarious in Scotland when you go up to my aunties and that. They're fucking mad on us. Never had a fight in their life. I can fight me, you know, pal. Aye, no bother. Yeah, I can understand them, obviously, because I'm from Scotland, but Scottish ones are the worst. You can't stop laughing on us. Me and you, big pal. Aye, big man. Stood there, 24 stone. About 25-year-old, fucking one of the best fighters in the country. He's about fucking 9 stone ring and wet. Never had a fucking fight in his life. Struggled to pick a pint up and drink a pint. He was that weak. I'm telling you, I don't fucking near bother. I can dance, you know. I can dance, big man, aye. Fucking dance. Put his hands up like that as if he's a fucking, like, no, fucking top boxer. I'm like, me and you're like best of friends. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying, big man? Aye. Need bother, big man. Fucking get him tears run down my face. Can't get away from him. Fucking 20, 30, 40 minutes. Fucking, oh no, not him again. He's fucking back tonight again. I fall like that on one leg, all the way over on one leg, and then all the way back that side of another leg. Falling all over the fucking, like being on a ship. Like that fucking 1 minute to be over here. I throw a punch over there somewhere, and fucking person's over there. Fucking never, me and you were like that, as if we were just 2 fighters in the country. Never had a fight in life. Fucking hilarious. I used to love it though. It was fucking like, no, when you go to go out, I couldn't stop fucking laughing. Hey, big man, I could, and then you get the mate with him. I could easily take him. I could easily take you, big man. I could easily take me where fucking shopping. I could easily beat you. 20 years ago, I could have killed you. I could have took you on. You would have never. I could have woof, right straight. I've jabbed you that many times without left. Fuck, I'm you lunatic. I can't even pick a pint up. Fucking hilarious. But the hard Scottish, they're the worst in the world for being drunk. I don't want to fight you. Fucking terrible. Honest to God, Court Bridges are fucking hilarious in Glasgow. And then you get them in the parties. Oh, they're the worst because you can't get out. You're in there and it's your uncle or something, you know. Fucking hell, Saturday like that, fucking devastated. Because I didn't drink, see. I was like 16, never drank. I had a drink when I was 26, I think, my first drink. And they'd be all fucking mad. They'll just go on blackens. A blacken means you go all day and you don't know where you're at. You're in a blacken. Where the fuck? Who am I? Where the fuck am I? Where the fuck am I? Where the fuck are we, son? I haven't got a fucking clue. They take you to some fucking place. You haven't got a clue you're at. Wake up on a set of years something. Where the fuck am I? And I'd have to get them home. I was the youngest, see. I was only about 20-year-old. I'd get them all home. Fuck yeah, now going to blacken all day drinking. We used to have a thing called diesel in Redcar. It was cider and I think black. Called it diesel. It just looked like diesel. I used to drink that. Peter used to love it. Cider and black. On the black and all day, all the lads were good boxers. We used to be nice, good lads. Used to work there when I used to work at the doors. When I used to work in the gym and that. I used to work at the gym. They used to come and see me on the night. How you doing, big man? Good lads. But the old blokes when you used to go to the clubs, fucking they're hilarious then. But it's really some of them were really intelligent. There was one called Jock Hood, he was a really clever bloke, and there was another one called Dugan, Jimmy Dugan, really intelligent man. A lot of them were scaffolders, and not scaffolders. One's up is a scaffolder, I think, and the ones walk along the fucking big long riveters and all that stuff. They used to be them, fucking 1,000 miles of the fucking air walking along a fucking bit of metal like that. Got some bottle, fucking minging drunk up there with a little bottle. They used to take a little bottle of rum. Oh, that rum's fucking that red. Is it red? Red rum. Red rum spelled backwards as murder. Red rum. Murder, yeah. It was a great horse, that one. At 3 years it won as well. 3 years it won. Oh, great horse. I had it on. I won £1. I was a kid, you know, your mum puts 10 pence on something for you. And I won £1 for it. Like 70 something. Yeah, come on, fight you. No bother, big man. I'll take him. I'll take him on. Come on, me and you. And then be in the toilet still. Oh, for fuck's sake, will you behave? You fucking don't be headed. I've seen this bit. 104 on, 44, 41 up. Don't forget to push the like buttons. Everyone's laughing their head off. They all know they've all had them characters, haven't you? You've all got like an uncle, haven't you? Uncle John and Uncle Tom. Or Uncle Andy or something. Oh, fucking hell, he's fucking Tommy Jenkins. Oh, no, please, he's not drunk as he's fucking mortal. He's been out 3 days. You think, oh, you know, you can't quite save his life. But slavery, like slaver, I'll take you anytime. Come on now, me and you, you're fucking all over the place like on a fucking skateboard, up and down on a fucking, oh, terrible. Fight you, one hand behind my back. Sounds like tinfoil, doesn't it? Tinfoil's gang. The tinfoil gang. Oh, put him up, put him up, put him up. One paw behind my back. Fucking slaps off Dorothy. Starts crying. Did he have the tin man? That's you, fucking Doyle, you fucking little raff. Little dink. Absolute little dink. Got fucking went outside. He came back in with a broken finger, a broken coccyx, and a broken arm. He only swung one punch. He fell over. He fucking killed himself. Threw a punch at someone, missed him, and fell. I'm telling you, said he fucking couldn't fight to save his fucking life. I can pivot and move. No, you can run like we can't have run the fat cunt. I'm just knowing about 30 people chasing him. They can't catch him. He can run that fat cunt. You can't have. Run, fat boy, run. Run. Leeds. Leeds is a nice place. I like Leeds. Been down Leeds the other day to get the dogs. Beautiful place. Loads of black lads I know down there. Fucking tons of them. Naughty people. I was in jail with some fucking really naughty people in Leeds. They find out everyone where they live down there. Nice place. Naughty people. If you know them, they can find anyone for you. Anyone. Especially Leeds. Brian got jumped, so defended my side, went to prison mate. Yeah. Prison's no good for anyone. It's fucking shit all. Full of fucking dibbies now. It was alright in the late 80s, and it was alright in the 90s. It's full of fucking them stupid cunts on that fucking spice. There's a screw who's got me in the prison. He's the top one in the North East. This one, he does all the. He does them when you get spiked for that spice. I didn't mean that takes an ambulance 6 hours to go in the prison and out. That's why the ambulance is tied up all day. I was talking to a couple of ambulance drivers when I was out the hospital. I said, "What's the hardest job?" He said, "Going into the prison." I said, "What for?" He said, "The spice." He said, "Because you've got to go through the protocol, they've got to search everything underneath it, on the top of it, make sure nobody's got getting out, escaping. They've got to work through all this protocol, and then they've got another bloke, which is the bloke I know. He's the head bloke of the prisons, who's the main man. He does his wife's an anesthesiologist, lovely man. And he said, I can get you in. He was going to get me in Leeds jail, funny enough. Get me in Leeds Army and Doncaster it was. So I'm going to get back on that with him. He said, it'd be great if you could go in somewhere like that and talk to them, especially the young kids that come in for the first time. They love a drink of Scottish. Fucking hell, they love. I've got a problem. I can't get a fucking enough. That's what they say. I can drink for fucking damn on about. The older, like Tam and John, they're going to black and they just feel out for the day. One full day of drinking all day Saturday and Sunday. We go home late they call it. But the old ones sit in the house. We dram that whiskey, and then they'll get rum, and then they'll get the women a bottle of QC, and then they'll have the fucking bottle of cider, which is that brown bottle cider, and then there's a sweet one, isn't there? A sweet one. So they'd have that, and they'd have the cider. I used to love it. Maybe they used to have a drink at our house, our mum's. I'd have all the 2p bottles back to the fucking shop. Or 40 pence or something I'd make. I'd be straight to the pictures. It was 25 pence to get the pictures when I was about 13, I think. Straight to the pictures, fucking leave them all in the house drinking. I want the pictures to watch James Bond. Fucking loved it. That was my salvation, getting out of the house to get the pictures. Cinema, because in them days, you used to get 2 movies. You used to get a B movie, which wasn't the best one. But I used to stay and watch it, and then I'd watch the big movie, like James Bond, something like that. And then Rollerball was on first, and then what was on second? James Bond. The other one, the black lads in it. I can't remember what it's called, that one. It was, I can't remember, that was a good one. I went to see that. Sean Connery, not Sean, you call him? Roger Moore was in it. Somebody said that. Roger Moore. I think James Bond lives next door to me because all I can hear his wife shouting every night is Roger Moore, Roger Moore, Roger Moore. Roger Moore, Roger Moore. Lives next door to me. That was how skinny short that my brother who passed away. Roger Moore. So they go out drinking, and they stay in the house. They'll go to the pub for a few hours, but they'll stay in the house. And they're all about fucking 60s, 70s, fucking young, some younger, and they'll drink. And I mean, drink hundreds of pounds. They'll drink like 4 or 5 days drinking. They'll be up a week drinking. No drugs, just drink all day. Never get drunk, constantly fucking drunk all day, every day of the week. Don't forget, push the like buttons, 97 on 42, thumbs up. Yes, there are good people, because they're generous people, always help people. You say they're stingy, but they're not. By a lot, not loss of whiskey. Right, it's all folks. My granddad, scaffolders, scaffolders or steel erectors. That was the name of them, steel erectors. Well, they all come in the 70s. Redcar was the biggest town for working, because they had all the bed and breakfast there. So it was people would go there. They were working Hartlepool, but in the 70s they were building oil rigs in Hartlepool, so they used to go there. And then to go to Seaton Krill. They always got the where's fucking fishing villages done, and seafronts and stuff, so it's easy to get food and stuff. And there's also a bit of bed and breakfast, so there'll be a lot in Redcar. So my big mate George Fawcett, who's Mr. Britain, and he's Barry Gardner was his brother, he was Mr. Universe. One amateur, but was still brilliant, and I trained with them. So a little Ian Savage, Scottish lad, Rangers supporter. He loved Rangers, and his dad, proper, Henny, that was the name. So George's mum was getting ready downstairs. She'd make the bait for them, like the sandwiches and stuff. And you get bed and breakfast, and then they'd do a bait as well. So when they went back, like sandwiches and cheese sandwiches, ham sandwiches, things like that. So she's making the sandwiches and all that. So Ian Savage's dad, about 60, said, "Can I have a wee pork there, love?" No, in our place, we know what pork means. She thought she meant sexually thingy there, as you know. And he went to pork in Scotland means a little bag. I've got a wee pork. Can I have a wee pork there, Henny? She's like, "You dirty bastard." She's hitting him with a fucking roller pin, bashing him. What's going on? So Ian's come in and she told him, he just burst out laughing. It means a bag in Scotland, a little bag, like a pork. Got a wee pork. Racing lady will back me up. She knows what I'm on. If you got a wee pork, but it down here, it means a different thing. She's fucking hitting him with a rolling pin. Fucking hilarious it was. Yeah, going to put his sandwiches in the bag. If you got a wee pork of sweeties, have you got a wee pork of, what was it? Pork of chips. Wee pork of chips. You used to get your chips years ago. You used to get it in the newspaper, and you could read your fucking off the fish. You could read the newspaper. It would stick to the paper, which the fish would stick. You never had all the greaseproof paper. I think you got one piece, and it was just newspaper. So you'd get that, and you'd be fucking reading the paper as you eat your fish and chips. Going on, people would do it. I said to the bloke, "Is this?" I went in the fucking one in Redcar with them, and I said to the bloke, "Is this fish fresh?" He says, "Why?" I said, "He said half the fucking chips." Fucking hell. The pipes are good. We used to go to the Hampden Park, and we used to go to Wembley and all that to watch England play, Scotland play England. It was great. And he used to come to we used to play all that, and the little hairs in the back of your neck stand up, the marvellous. You just like do, and they're all marching on. I think it's great. Puts you back to the old days. Wizard of Oz doesn't know the path to gay scene or pipe scene. He knows the path. Fucking tinfoil knows that he knows. Follow the tinfoil road. Follow the tinfoil road. Follow the tinfoil road. Fucking he's down there running after the tinfoil. Fucking hell. The tinfoil, foil the tinfoil road. Foil the tinfoil road. Follow the tinfoil road. Okay, I fucking destroyed him. Everyone in the world knows him as tinfoil. Fucking pissy pants. Fucking, he said, the whole fucking world fucking laughing at him. He said, people are laughing at you, not me. I said, well, why the fucking I've got smiling face? When I mention you every night, you're laughing stock of Great Britain. And that daft voice when I do. You fucking everyone, when I do that, everyone comes on for that voice because they go home, laugh at they're already in home, but go to bed. That voice was fucking hilarious, Brian. Every time you do it, I just can't stop pissing myself. All the things come up, the hearts go, all the laughing faces come up. Everyone goes home to bed. Well, you're already at home, but you know what I mean. You all go home happy when I do the voice. When I don't do the voice, everyone's sad. Oh God, do the voice. It's fucking class. Even the street people fucking stop me saying, do the voice in pubs and clubs. When we've been out to pubs and that, something to eat. I'll do the voice. You know, I'll go on the mic and do the fucking voice in the pub. Everyone in the whole pub's laughing at him. I've got the whole of Great Britain fucking laughing at him with the voice. Fucking fight me. He thought I was going to be paralysed for the rest of my life, and that's why he took a liberty, you fucking little rat. So I'll give you 100 to 1 odds to fight as much as what you put in. Anyway, you want to meet me, gobshite? I'll come. I don't need a big gang. I'm coming with on. You stupid little fucking. No, you do. You'll be off to follow the. You'll be the tinfoil will not. By the time you'll get it, tinfoils with the brown on. Fucking sat there pretending he's not on drugs. I've been off drugs now 10 months. Then he went, I've been off drugs since I was 15. Well, how could you be off drugs when you're 15 when you're in the fucking, you're on the in the snooker club off your tits? That was only 3 years ago. There's a new video coming up anyway. I've got to tell you. The other one I've been telling you for ages. Finally got it, the lad. Where he's talking about me being the best fighter. Never hurt kids, never hurt women, never hurt old women, never hurt families, never hurt normal people like me and my wife. We think he's great. He's helped so many people in the community. That video I've finally got, and guess who's talking on it? Him telling the story about me. Well, the book come about because I thought of the book, he says. So this is his version of me when he's doing the book. So this is you 3 or 4 years ago when the book first come out. You're telling the story just before it comes out. How good Brian Cockerill is, how great he was, how he was the police in this area, how he was arrested for 7 murders. I've seen all the statements, I've seen all the charge sheets he's been done for. He was bigger than the law. He was the law on Teesside. He was the best fighter ever. The police wanted to put him away. No matter what they could do, they wanted him away. He was like a thorn in their side. And he goes on for 14 full minutes talking about me. I can't cover up the bad things he's done, but he's done a lot more good than bad. And he's a nice man, but behind that smile is a deadly man. You would remember that saying, you daft little cunt. Divvy little fucker. You really think you're going to get away, hide out the way of the police and get away forever. Once someone's going to bump into you and someone's seriously going to hurt you, seriously, because you're torturing people. Not just torturing me, you're torturing people all over the country. You've been doing it for years and years and years. And in the end, you'll run to a wall or you'll run down the street, you'll get blocked and you won't be able to get out, you'll be stuck somewhere and there'll be a gang of youths there waiting for you. And you could now call my sister, now call me fucking mum, now call me fucking wife, now fucking grasp me up to the police. So all them people you've stitched up and grasped up with the years, they're waiting for you to make a big mistake, and when they catch you, they're going to fucking pulverise you. Because you can't get away from it. You can only get away from something for so long. And then you end up, you just running into a brick wall. That's what you're going to do. You're going to get caught seriously. I'm telling you now, you're seriously going to get fucking hurt, you. I don't even have to do a thing. I know it's going to happen. Everywhere I go, people are saying, as soon as I see him, if I catch him in the toilet, or if I catch him here, if I catch him there, you've been chased about 20 times now in Teesside. You haven't been back for months and months and months because you've been battered 4 or 5 times. And lads have offered you out, you just run off. You're a coward every single time. So these aren't big lads, they're just normal lads off the street who know me. Fucking Colin Bryan, when he was good to me when I was a kid, me and you 1-to-1, he's going 2 minutes then, he's run like fuck through the pub, running up the high street, knocking all the fucking tables over outside there in Stockton, because there's tables outside in Stockton, you can sit and have a drink, trying to be the big man in another pub in Eston. You got knocked clean out. I'll eat your 4 shots, knock your spark off for 20, 30 minutes. You got battered in Normanby Road twice in a week. So you were down there getting drugs. Everywhere you go and you're getting chased. You've been chased out of Grove Hill 3 times. You've got battered in fucking Stokesley in the Queen's Head. Knocked clean out by a 17-year-old traveller. Knocked clean out. So keep the fuck out of my area, you little rat. The name's knocked down. You're not coming in. You really, really fucked yourself. You have. Especially calling people names like spastics and retards, as kids in wheelchairs. And so mums and dads who've got kids who are struggling, see comments like you're putting on, calling people retards and mums and fucking spackers and fucking cripples and all that. And there's people like little kids being killed, being in a car crash, or somebody's mum and dad have been fucking paralysed, can't walk or anything. They're in a fucking wheelchair for the rest of their life because they've had a stroke or something. And you're calling people. People don't like things like that. People never forget with things like that. One thing you can't do is call people with mental health illnesses and people who are in wheelchairs and stuff. You can't call people. You can't get away with it. Like I said, there's little kids being in crashes, lost their legs. There's army lads, had their legs blown off, and army girls who've fucking been in the war, fighting for the country, for our liberty, and for our freedom. And you're laughing at people in wheelchairs, and we call people retards and spackers and monks and want to fight them. People don't forget it. And rightly so. You'll never work in an industry again. Everywhere I've talked to people in the like people I know, like podcast artists, you'll never get on my podcast again. Never get on my podcast. You can't get in anywhere now. You're finished. We're told, Paul Benny's you. He went, whatever you do, don't go and call him Brian on there. Brian's a legend in the area. He knows everyone. He said, you go in there, start calling him. He said, you're going to ruin yourself. He said, so don't be mentioning me. What you do, you mentioned Paul, didn't you? But I knew Paul never said no. Paul phoned him and said, I've never called Brian. We did the movie together. He's a great lad. He's a fucking legend. He said, I think the world of you and Brian. Made Emma feel better, you know what I mean, because she was frightened. She said, oh, Paul Bellis is coming to your house and all that. Paul never said a thing. It was him. Scaring people with other people's name. And every time he puts a thing on, fuck's wrong with this? Every time he puts something on, it's always like me and Mick Selby. Never like I'll say, I'll come meet you now on my own. It's me and you. I'll come on my own. But you, what the fuck's wrong with this? You're saying, Brian, I'm going to put you and go, this is one button. Fucking mouse. I think that's a rat, that one. What's that? That's a gerbil, that one. There's a gerbil on the fucking table. Henry, you haven't got a mouse, you've got a gerbil. Get it off, it's no good. Fucking gerbil. A mouse. What the fuck's you? I'm not getting a mouse. I'm thinking, a mouse? What the fuck do you want a mouse for? Well, she's going to get a bit like a little mouse. The little baby upstairs waiting for me. Little ball of fluff he is. Fucking beautiful he is. He sounds like a little silverback. Gorilla. She said gorillas in the mist. Started pissing all over. I said gorillas in the piss. Gorillas in the piss. Fucking never stops weighing. I tell you what, he can't have fucking eat. He's fucking hungry nose, little fucker. Weetabix, he loves them. Woofing the Weetabix and they put the weight on him. He's got the runs a little bit. That's the only worry thing. But he's getting thicker and every day because I think he's getting used to them. He never stops eating. Loads more scrappy, you know, more Eli and the Brett like that. He's like a fucking proper horse, wolf in the foot. But he's got one paw on there and he's trying to pull the gate open with the other paw. I thought, how is he trying to do that? He's only fucking, they said he was 8 weeks old. He looks about 4 weeks to me. 4 or 5 weeks at the max. The lying bastards. But I wasn't going to let him go back in the house, no. I thought, no, I've got him now, he's staying with me. Read him, shout me out. Shout me one, bro. I think John Swinston. I know what's going on there. I know I'm all's good. Freedom. Jimmy B's a good lad. See that one, you understand that. Red Pack Steam, Pink Panther. Sure that. It's random, John, when we buy memberships. Glenn Copp, I haven't seen you for ages, Glenn. How are you doing? You missed a good night today, mate. You have to rewatch it. It's funny as. But the old men in the old pubs, you know, the old what do they call them old clubs? I can't remember what they call them now. It used to be the Lakes Club. What they called social clubs. That was it. Social clubs. Oh, the old women were immaculate, weren't they? Your mums and that. Fucking not a thing out of them. They're beautiful, weren't they, women? All the makeup perfect. And fucking like Elizabeth Taylor and all that, weren't they? Women going out and studying all the makeup and all the fucking dresses and high heel shoes. I mean, all perfect. And not a, but they're going do the lipstick and put the powder.
Chris is going now.
All right then.
Bye.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit, Chris. He's going to give you a ring because once you got Cyrus's school tomorrow, and he said he didn't get an answer off any of us, loads of his calls, and so he thought he had trouble, so he flew straight over.
Yeah. Yeah. 10th account. So yeah, and go in the club and everyone be there, and they're all the same people being there. Hi Betty, hi John, hi Tom, hi this blah blah blah. Everyone's just all friends. Game of snooker, game of pool. We used to go on the Wednesday afternoon and play snooker, or because it was hardly anyone in then. And I used to go in there and play snooker. I was fucking shit snooker. I could play a bit of poker, not snooker. I couldn't play darts either. I was fucking shite. And I used to like playing, but I couldn't do it. And we used to watch the film. We used to get a film. Me and Jimmy Parks, another great lad, great footballer from Redcar. We used to watch like a film matinee. We used to get them, like a video, and you put it on for everyone in the club. And people watch it. Good for people who live on their own. They won't have a drink. They could go and have 2 or 3 pints at a beer, or just a fresh orange. A lot of people would have, or just orange and water. So I like orange and water. Dead cheap. I was mean, Jerry, God bless him, he died of cancer. He used to go. We used to go to the club in Dunstown. That was a little place in Dunstown. We lived there. She lived in Duffy. How was Jerry? Before I even met Lee, same house area. Bell houses look like. She lived there with his Auntie Heather. She's still alive. She was out at the wedding. Trini was on 3rd. Reading 499. Oh, they're fucking talking about horses. I'll strangle you fucking lot talking about horses on here. Fucking horse. That's all I got. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. You ever thought of fucking starving? Fucking starving. I could eat a pissy horse. And halfway through you realise you weren't as hungry as you thought you were. Pissy horse between 2. That was what we used to drink. I could eat a pissy horse between two mattresses. Pissy mattresses. I could eat a horse between 2 pissy mattresses. I'm that hungry. And then you think, wait a minute. Halfway through eating it, you think I'm not as hungry as I thought I was. Doctor, it hurts when I do that. I said, well, don't do it. Don't do it. Well, Maniac was on the phone yesterday. He's funny, Maniac. Listening to all the old comedian stuff. Ken good when he was good. Fucking hilarious. Really funny. They used to have them on the stage, you know, when you used to go on stage and that. When we used to wet the door and stuff. But the old clubs, you didn't need a doorman. You just have like an old bloke on the door and you go in, old John's on, old Tommy's on or whatever. You go in, all right, son, all right, Tom. You sign in, you go for an 80 odd. You finished, you've been probably British Steel, fucking 50, 60 year, retired there, then gets a job on the door for a couple of quid an hour. You always dead polite to them, you know, because you're old man. You know, it's like fucking old man. I'm fucking 60 next year myself. How the fuck have I got to 60 with all these fucking holes in me and bullets shot at me and people trying to run me up and petrol bomb me? And I'm still getting a constant today. I'm 59 in December. So I'm still getting at my house at 58-year-old, still fucking standing sitting here. You'd have moved away, or you did. We have moved away, haven't you, shit house? You've gone, you shit bag. Fucking still here like a fucking warrior. Come on, you fuckers. You'll need to take your freedom. Yeah. Freedom. Swinton's 499. Swinton's. Isn't that for Swinton's a place where you like a place where you get money, you lend money or something. Swinton's. I'm sure it has an insurance. I think it's an insurance company, isn't it? Swinton's. I know your name is well, but I think it's in June's company as well. Yeah, fucking true that. There you are, son. You're looking smashing. Yeah, but my face stinks. Fucking horrible the smell it was. Fucking horrible. Don't know where they got that from. You know that? Spitting on it and putting your face on the bus. That was the one you got on the bus. 1972, I think it was. 240 penny chews for £1. Next day, changed it to decimalisation. Only got 100 fucking penny chews for £1. What a fucking con. If you went down and done that now, you get your throat cut. You get fucking shot in the fucking head, wouldn't you? Right? You can have 240 as £1. Can have 240 chews. I can only have 100. Fuck off. No, it's changed the system. Fuck the system, won't be 240 chews. I'll have my money back then. You can have your money back, you still can't have the chews. That was the biggest robbery ever. And people, they just take it, they just move on. Fucking stupid. 214 pennies to £1. The next day, 100 pennies to £1. The biggest con ever, I think that was. I remember it. I remember being on the bus. With my mum to see the Wizard of Oz. That's the first thing to say. I was in, we lived in Northallerton. We had a pig farm. And I was in the hospital bed, Northallerton Hospital, the Friary, I think it was called. I was in there for about 6 weeks. And my mum come and pick me up. I remember we lived in the family that walked right down a big long lane. It was fucking about half a mile long. And she took me on the bus and we went to Middlesbrough. And in Middlesbrough, it's a car garage now, and on the bank going down, and it went the Wizard of Oz. Whoa. Still can remember, I was about 5-year-old, I think. Still can remember going there. And I went in, and then there was a woman stood with the ice cream things. What do you want, son? I was only fucking tiny, little thing. Crew cut. 10 pence for your haircut was. Crew cut. And I got stood there. I was always polite. And then we went and got us an ice cream and a drink. One of them little tip-top drinks, I think it was. Sat down and watched like the cinema. I mean, Mum, the first film was on, was an old one. Sid James was in it. It was like the B movie. They were all monks on an island, and they were trying to hide out the way on this island, big monks. But the armed robbers, the comedy. And then that what came on was the Oz. Like that, and my mum shit myself because them, boom, the flying monkey, the fucking scary one when you're a kid. They're all green, man. They used to, fucking hell. The witch. That was the witch. Yeah, I went to see that, and then she took me to my grandma's 54 Dolby Close red car. I stayed there with her. I used to go there every weekend when I was about 12, 13, and get the bus from Hartlepool. It used to be called, the bus was fucking purpley and cream. Purple and cream colour, the fuck. Oh, what do you call them? You get the bus to, didn't go over the middle, but what you used to do, you have to get it to Port Clarence. And you get off, you get on the transporter, and then the transporter will take you across on the bus. But I think you paid the fare. I think it was all in with the fare, the bus, yeah. So then you get across there, and then you go to the bus depot, and the bus depot you get the 274 bus from there to the town, and then you get another bus. But my auntie used to get me the bus for out. My auntie Rena worked on the buses. She worked on the buses for years, and then she worked in the hospital there, the Stead Hospital in Redcapper, yeah. And my uncle James, he was a porter for about 45 years. They both worked in there, the hospital. Just a little tiny hospital called the Stead Hospital. I think they'll be up there again. Optic Norm gives 3 strikes and there's gone. Unless they're really nasty, then they're out in the cold straight away. Fucking doesn't work like that though. Freedom, they fucking don't do it. Unless you fucking tinfoil someone, you can get them because you were fucking fatty fucking Yates. Fucking piggy eyes, more pies. Can I have another pie, please? You've had fucking 18 already. Yeah, but I'm hungry still. Fucking hell. She could eat more pies than a fucking pig, believe me. More pies than a fucking pocky pig. And can I have more pies, please? More pies. I've never seen anyone eat like her, like fucking hell, like fucking, like a feeding, like a factory. Shovel, pies. fucking shop's gone bankrupt since she's moved. They're not selling as many pies. It's gone bankrupt. But Fatso's, of all the names in the world, they called it Fatso's. Fatso's, that's your shop, Fatso. Hey, Shelley, Fatso's. Fatso's waiting for you in the shop. Every day she'd be walking down to the bus stop. Couldn't wait to get down. That's why she go. I'll give her a shot. She goes to get the pies and bits and bobs for the breakfast. And then she goes to work on the bus. She eats on the bus. Then she gets off the bus. Then she goes to Greg's in the afternoon for another load. Then she comes back on the night and then gets another load. So she's 3 times a day she does it. And she went, how can I lose weight? I said, keep yourself out the pie shop. Keep your hands out the fucking bakery. That's how you lose weight. Blow your fucking mouth with super glue. Fucking hell. See, never stops eating. I've never in my life seen anyone eat like that. Stinky. Streaky blocked about 100. Oh, you mean that fucking Irish prick? You fucking scumbag. I'm offering him fight anywhere he wants to meet me. I'll come on Ireland tomorrow for you, daft little cunt. He sits there, he's pot belly, these fucking brown teeth. You can always tell smackheads have all got brown teeth. When's my teeth? Because I've got them out there. I took 2 teeth out about 1,000 fucking fights in my lifetime. We're like putting people out the doors, thousands of people I've put out the doors with clubs, scuffles and buffs and fights and fucking all sorts. You can't get into thousands of different arguments and fights with people. 30 odd years doing it, of course you're going to be that many people. Sometimes you put fucking 20 people out in a club for one night. Peter at the box. It's a good lad, Peter. 3 strikes and it's gone. Yeah, see, I've you know what? I've only seen one that was the official topic talker is took down 3 straight. He got 3 straight off in one night. I've never seen anyone else do it. Yeah, but that new video's coming out where he's talking all the good things about me. So how can you say all them good things? So if he was talking about me and he was talking about me in the 90s, which he did, knew my name and who I was, and he'd seen me in the streets and that, how could he say change it like to now? Because he's gone back 4 years ago when he tested the book with me and he's telling the story about 4 years ago what I was like in the 90s. So he just looks a cunt now. He's like, you'd be like me coming in here saying, oh, fucking Tommy Smith's a fucking tosser. I remember him, he's a wanker. This, that, and the other. Next minute I start doing a book. And well, wait a minute. A year ago you said he was the greatest man ever come. But you could say, well, I fell out with him because of such and such. But he can't because he's talking about me, what I was. He's never hurt kids. Now he's saying I'm raping kids and putting them in cars and kidnapping them and drinking their blood and fucking taking them up the hills and fucking cutting their heads off them and drinking their blood and sacrificing them. He's fucking totally deranged. Totally deranged. If you did anything like that, you'd be fucking in jail for the rest of your life. You'd never get out. And rightly so. Even thinking like that, you should be put away. Because I don't think like that. I would never think like that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't think to say something else. It's just so ludicrous. But if he tells you something that's feasible, he's saying, oh, they found about 20 pornographic things on his computer or something, you might think feasible, even though it's a fucking shite. But when he comes out and he says you've got 390,000, but how would he know you've got 390,000? You'd have to fucking count them all. And if they did have that on, the police would have arrested me by now. They've had my computer 6.5 months. I would have thought them that I'm fucking sick of them. I'm sick to death of it now. I just want to get on with my fucking life. It's just never ending. He can do what he wants. Fucking slagging me, calling me, saying this, doing that, but I can't say fuck all. And I get locked. I'm arrested for saying if you come to my house to shoot my wife, if you come to my house, my dog on me, you've already admitted poisoning fucking Scrappy and fucking Eli. If you come to my house, my animals or anything, I'll fucking give you the worst violence you've ever fucking seen. You couldn't, even if I have to kill you. That's what I said. If it's all ifs. So it's not like if I turn on to right, freedom, I'm coming to your fucking house in the morning, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to shoot you. You think that's a complete direct threat, going to shoot you. He's done that to Emma. He sent a shotgun with a woman's head blown off with Emma's name on it, threatening to kill her and shoot her, like Lee King got killed years ago off Keith McQuaid with the Duffy carry on. He's the one who passed the knife now. And he said, I'm going to do the same what happened to him. You're going to get done to you. So now all their family now are after him as well for saying what he said, putting that up. So he's just bringing these people are fucking dangerous people. Fucking blow your fucking head off with a fucking shotgun. They're going to do it once, they'll do it again. So he's opened his big mouth again, upsetting another family in Teesside again. And that's it's got nothing to do with us. It's him saying it. And he said, I know it's him. He said, where I fucking get hold of the cunt. So another lad's after him now, another top fucking lad. John Usher, now mate. John Usher around. Just sharing freedom. Few of your mates. Yeah, I think what's happened there in freedom, I think you're spot on a few years. I think that Irish prick, no disrespect to the Irish lads, because I've got loads of family there from there, original families from there, and Scotland. But that fucking prick, he infiltrated the thing for 6 months or so, and he was taking people off and putting them on, putting them off and putting them on. He was working with the tinfoil some day on that fucking slimy, fucking low-bellied fucking scum of the earth, scumbag bastard. He's got fuck all, he ain't got a fucking character, he ain't got a fucking house to live, he's got nothing. Fucking scruffy tramp he is. Lives in his girlfriend's house. He's not allowed to see the fucking kids. Or he's fucking, his mum's even scared of him. Another one with his mum. You know, it's the smackheads about that. The mum's scared of him. I got my house, my mum's fucking over. Hey, son, how are you doing? She's fucking cuddling me and kissing me and fucking holding me hand and rubbing my head and everything like I'm a little boy again. You know? She's fucking 76, 77 coming up. She's not well at all, you know, she's had a stroke and that, but then she's fucking over the moon. You got to see her for the day. Fucking, you know, yeah, weekend. See my dad's fucking still fucking. Jamie said he's still not eating properly. Still looks ill, really ill. Yeah, you put that in. He said, I'll pretend your dad's got cancer. My dad's had cancer three times. He's had what you call it, fucking prostate cancer. 3 times he's had it. 3 times he's been up. He's beat it, you know, but he's lost 4 stone now, so he looks fucking terrible. He's pure grey, you know, that grey look when you can see like you haven't got long to go, and he's just sat in the house not doing fuck all. It's our little dog. His mate comes and takes the dog out from every day. And he's just sat in the house every day. It's fucking sad. Like the scene that I said the other week, fucking sad because he was always fucking fit. My dad, he's the fittest player I've ever known in my life. You always get someone down, you coming in like that, you couldn't see. He's trying to say that even now. Something to you, we didn't even know you when he met you 7 months ago. 7 months ago we met you. When you came on, when you said, can you do us a favour, Brian? Can you help us get a few views so I can get to 1,000? How do you do it? With Emma showing me. So Emma showed him how to get to it could be monetarised and all that. And he goes, oh, thanks very much, guys. And think the world, you know, all that. We're treating like a fucking son. Like, if you need out, son, we'll love you. And everyone will be nice to people. Kindness is a weakness. Like I'm a fucking idiot. Them calling her all them horrible names. She's on the game. She's a prostitute. She's this. She's that. Oh, we're a fucking shite. Just because she wouldn't bend your way and bend to you being your bullying tactics. Because she was sick of you fucking shouting at her. I said, what? Is he shouting you again? He's getting my fucking nerve. And then loads of people come on to him. Brian, don't let him talk to her like that. Because Emma's dead soft, see. I said, he's talking to you like shit. You wouldn't let me talk to you like that. Well, why are you letting him talk to you like that? And so she started fucking stand up for herself. I went mad with that because I said, look, I'll end up going over that and smash his fucking skull in the gaff. Can't talk to you like that. I said, I don't even talk to you like that. Disgusting. And then now he's looking at the gaff, he's got fuck all. Got jack shit. And them two, as soon as they fucking hit it, as soon as the shit hits the fan, he got me to do it. Look, and I'll show you, because they're all like me. I'd never, any one of you on here say me, Brian, phone us. I can't phone because obviously you don't know who the fuck's on some of them. One keeps asking me about training the other night, but I think it's tinfoil because he's asking the stupidest, daftest questions. So I usually know it's him trying to get you to write something. You write it all out in your 20 minutes for giving a message out about what to eat, how to train, what food to take. And they'll go, ha, to me, Jamie, and you fucking scumbag, something like that, how to do it. So that's sometimes I don't even go do it now, so it's put me off answering certain people because I think I'm going to do that and it's going to be that cunt. I could be talking to somebody else, helping someone. Yeah. Jimmy B, it's not just us. I definitely think he's got it. I think he's like tinfoil. I think he's mentally schizophrenic. I really do. No disrespect because the people might have schizophrenia already, but he's like a complete narcissist schizophrenic. Like Tinfoil's the same. Tinfoil's wife's the same. A complete fucking mental patient. Totally mental. They have to have everything wrong with everything. Right? If you'll say turn that left, she'll say no, I have to have it right. If you turn it right, she'll go left. If you say I like white, she'll say she likes black. If you say you like green, they'll say they like purple. If you say, oh, should we go to the pictures? No, let's go to the baths. No matter what you do, it's got to be the opposite way so they can control you. The control freaks. He's a complete control freak. You have to be their way or the no way or the highway. And if they don't get their own way, they start throwing the toys out the pram. I'm not talking to you. I'm stamping the feet like a little kid in the playground. That's what they like. I'm going to get my dog on you. I'm going to get my horse. My dad's got a bigger dog than you. That's what Tinfoil's like, a complete little crank. That's what he was like at school. Exactly what you're saying, Brian. They said, you've got him spot on. Because I've studied schizophrenia for years. My brother had it. And Bobby's been bad with autism and stuff. So I've studied it for years. 20 odd years I've been studying it and reading about it. And what I do is I'll get somebody who's really good and I'll listen. But if I read it, it takes a lot of my energy to read it because of my dyslexia. So what I do is I'll push the button. The computer woman comes on the computer and she'll talk and I'll close my eyes and I can retain about 90% what I've heard in my brain. Well, if I read it, I probably only retain about 20-30% because I'm using more and more in my brain to read than I would be to retain it. So when you just close your eye and you listen to it, when I watch a film, I can go back to the film and say, he's gone down to the town, that lad, for 2 tins of paint or something. So if you rewind the film back to anything, I'll go, boom. As soon as I start mentioning the first few syllables, I'll go, boom, 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 and I'll do the full sentence all the way across. You know, how the fuck can you remember that? I said, I can do it with films 20-year-olds. Remember, not every single film, but you know, certain scenes. I don't know how you do it. Thanks for listening, lady. She's a lovely woman there, wrestling lady. She's lovely. She reminds me of my auntie. Where she talks. Yeah, so he's just a fucking bully. Wanting people, but he has to have it his way or the highway. But he run my. How can you run my page when you've never been on it once? To run it, you have to be on it here talking to someone, talking to people. You couldn't entertain people like that, can you? You're a fucking idiot. You haven't got a brain in your fucking head. It's all about he's a bacon. I never say all that fucking childish fucking shit. He's a wrong un, he's a bacon, he's a fucking sausage. Why can't it be a pork chop? Or why can't it be a fucking pound of mince? Or why can't it be a chicken leg? Why can't it be different? Why can't it be a fucking drumstick, chicken drumstick? Fucking idiots. He's a bacon. Just sounds like a childish kid in the playground. He's a bacon. Bacon. What about a bacon butty? What about a beef burger? What about a cheeseburger? That's even better. He's a fucking cheeseburger. He's not. He's a lamb chop, him. Don't be not. He's a fucking mental out of the things that come out with. He's a yellow coat. Just fucking make things up, don't as they're gone. He's a bacon. Fucking hell. What's a pig then? What's a pig? What's he a bacon? Yeah. I just tell the truth. I just have a laugh for the things. Bit of a few jokes for a laugh for you lot. Make sure everyone's all right. Make sure everyone's nice. Everyone's happy at home. I just smack crap. Yeah, I agree. I wonder, Timmy B. I don't know why you think he's a smack rat. I wonder. Let me think. He's brown tea. The fucking erratic fucking behaviour. They're all the same. Tinfoil's the same. Fucking, they're never anything else. They're never fucking 5 foot away from a roll of tinfoil, are they? They're not like a cowboy with a gun. Where's my gun? Where's my tinfoil? There it is. Yeah. Fucking John Wayne with the tinfoil. Tin. Oh, and then like, I'll fight any fucking help me. I'll fight anyone. I'll fight him. Fucking never had a fight in his fucking life. Told me he was an armed robber. Then he said, not proper armed robber. It's just my brother used to go out and like Street robberies. Street robberies is like putting a knife on somebody coming out like a post office, or somebody coming out of a convenience store, like a fucking like off daughter, or whatever they're at, like what shop they're getting some cigarettes or something, or getting fish and chips or something, and somebody pulled a knife on them or a shotgun on, and that gunny's got that fucking pretend fucking gun, pop bang. You've never even seen a gun, you daft gun. Your dad gave me that 30-odd year ago. Well, you must have been a crank as well, because it's not a gun, you silly cunt. It's a bit of metal with a fucking thing, firing pin on it. Probably blow your fucking hand off. Fucking embarrassing. The ones I've got, allegedly, would blow your fucking head off and fucking 2 mile away, you silly fucker. Absolute crank. You're not even in that game. They pretend to be in that game. And you know when they're in the game, because you can tell by the way they talk. You can tell the cranks. They try to talk to be a gangster. You don't have to talk it, because you already are. It's like when I talk to John Lee, you can just tell straight away what he is. You just have to look at his eyes. It's like certain people you talk to, and you know he's a killer, that fucker. I wouldn't like getting on the wrong side of him. You can just know certain people. And you just know you're in fucking trouble here. But one of these that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And well, you never advertise what you're going to do. You're not going to say, I'll come to your house and I'm going to shoot you 4 times. About 4 o'clock I'll be there. You'd never advertise what you do. That's what they do. They advertise it over and over again. But nothing's like the man in the shed. Nothing ever happens. It's all just talk shit. He's this, he's got 1,000 people on. I said, I'm not bothered at all. 1,000 people talk, listen there. A load of madness which doesn't even exist. Nothing's going to happen. It's like Coronation Street. Watching a program of that. It's just a program. It just finishes. And then there'll be another episode next week. So there's a train crash. Then with loads of people to watch it. There'll be EastEnders on there. Or there's Tommy's going to get shot. Or fucking the Mitchell brothers are going to get blew up tonight in a pub. So everyone watches it because it's drama. That's all it is. So they create drama on the pages for people to watch it. But when you're watching drama, screaming and shouting and all that crap, that's why I like to laugh and joke and have a bit of fun, because you come off here and you're laughing and joking, and you go to bed and you think, oh, a good night tonight. I'll have to go to the old days and have to go to this and helping people and stuff like that, and what the world's not like it used to be, and all sticking together as family. Where their channels, they're all arguing to each other, screaming at each other, and here like fucking mentalness, and he's going, he's bacon, he's a sausage. We don't get all that shit on here, all that shit, bacon and sausages and all that. I get that for my breakfast. I haven't got fucking time to fucking it's on my table. I've got a sausage. I'm a sausage, look, I'm a sausage. Well, what sausage are there? Is it worse if you're a pork chop, or if you're a pork sausage, or is it a beef sausage? What if you're a fucking Cumberland sausage? He's a proper Cumberland sausage. Is that 3 times worse being a Cumberland sausage than a beef or a pork sausage? It's just so crazy, isn't it, when you think about it? It's fucking insanity. He's a sausage. You know, what is it next week? He's a pot. I know, it's an apple pie. He's an apple pie, him. No, he's not. He's a fruit pie. No, he's a fucking dairy slice. Fucking hell, he's a peach melba. You just make anything on there. He's a peach melba. No, he's not. He's a fucking hell. It's a peach melba. They're fucking mental, lad. They just come out with any shite under the people. Fucking hell. He's a sausage. Yeah, they always look. Somebody said to me once, smackheads. They matter if they've got £1,000 suit on. They're getting the best fucking bath on, haircut, the hair all done by the designer hairdresser, everything. Put the top they're in suit and clothes on, diamonds and watches and all that, a nice jacket and everything, and they still look like a fucking tramp because the face is grey, pure grey, because they're in all night, up all night, don't see sunshine, and they're fucking always down. The teeth are minging. Don't brush the teeth. Tinfoils will say he never brushes his teeth. He hasn't got teeth. There's a one on True Media where he's got a pizza box. He hasn't got any teeth. He's gumless. He has got no teeth. All his teeth out with the smack. You've seen the box. I don't know if you've seen it where he's talking. At the very end of a night with Brian Cockerill in the snooker hall, at the very end he's got a pizza box. Just that. He's got his teeth coming on. People's teeth are out. Old people, you can see they've got the teeth out. And you can tell how Dad, when he takes it, you can see, because they've got nothing here to stop it. Because if you've got rotten the proper teeth, you get the gaps filled. So take that. Sure, tinfoils, mouth like that. And he's got a pizza box singing, no teeth in. And he's calling me because I've got 2 teeth missing. If I eat you, you'd have no fucking teeth. you'd fucking die. If you hit him just for one jab, his fucking face would crumble to pieces with all the smacky stuff. And I've noticed that. I've read a few documentaries. I've listened to a few documentaries. And I've listened to people who've been beat up, and nearly every one of them who've died with one punch, or died instantly, or died the heroin addicts, because the body's knackered inside. It ruins the whole body. Your bones. They'll get a punch and the head will just fraction, smash to pieces inside. Brittle bones it goes to, because they're not eating proper food. They're on these tin foils on diazepam first thing. Subotex straight away, diazepam through the day. Then he'll start to the drink. There'll be an alcohol, say Bacardi. Then he'll go and get a bottle of vodka, and then he'll go and get a fucking bottle of something else, and they might get a sandwich or something like that. That's all he's used to, and that'll be him all day. And then he'll be up all night. Then when he starts on the H, you can tell because he's going, here, I'll blow your head off, I'll shoot you, I'm going to get my mate to kill you. So anyone else says that gets arrested. He can do it over and over again like the dog walker. I'm going to come round your fucking house in the morning. I'm going to fucking ruin you. I'll come to your fucking house. Well, that's threats to go to somebody's house. Anyone should be arrested for it, but he gets off and he gets off because he's a snitch. He's been waiting for the police for years. None of his family members will let him in the fucking house because he can't be trusted. He's a thief. He's been to jail for stealing. We've all fucking stolen our lives, all of us, you know what I mean? But I've never been done for shoplifting. I've never been done for burgling houses. I've never been done for car theft. I've never been done for nothing apart from a driving offence. I've been done for shootings and murder and kidnapping and shit like that. But they were gangsters. They weren't normal, everyday people, like he says. But now he says on the video what you're going to watch, Brian never ever hurt any innocent people. Me, my wife, love him. He's great. Just like a big teddy bear. He's a great lad. So how can you change? You change because I found you out. I found you wanting because I've done books. I am dyslexic. I am with writing, but I can still get away with it. People can still read me bits and bobs. They know what I'm about. And I'll get away with it, so I'm not bothered. But I admit, so what, I've got dyslexia. But my brain's IQ's through the fucking roof. You couldn't sit with a quiz with me. I'd wipe the fucking floor in 10 minutes. You wouldn't even be able to fucking answer one question right. I could sit there all day answering questions on any subject. You couldn't, because you're fucking thick. And the thing is with him, he always puts people down when I'm up and no one down. I only do it like it likes of him because he's horrible. Talk to my wife and Bobby and calling people. Conversations, Peter, not watching TV. It's great, but you can't see conversations. Yeah. Watching on TV, it's great, but you can't see conversations on TV. TV's funny. Yeah, he's just a fucking bullshit, mate. If you don't know something, it's like me. Somebody asks me a question, I think. You've got me there, I haven't got a clue. I won't pretend to know a question. I'll just say, I haven't got a clue, tell you the truth. I'll say, I'll check up for you. Somebody will ask me something, because nobody knows every fucking thing, but I am very knowledgeable on training, as you know. Very knowledgeable on fucking people and how the world goes round. I mean, they asked me 2 years ago to go for 2 or 3, it was 2 or 3 years ago. I called him Michael. He was the commissioner of the police. He just retired. He said, why don't you go in for the police, the chief of police for Teesside, Cleveland Police? Why don't you go in for the Cleveland Police as the head policeman? He said, because it's not to do with the police now, it's to do with the people on the street. And I think you'll win it by a landslide. I'll guarantee you win it if you do. And he had a full team of people. You know, like you get somebody running for like a mayor or something. He was going to fund all the money in this block. He's a millionaire. And he said, because I think you do a lot better job than what the police do. They're fucking absolutely useless. And when you've come out with some of the things you've said, how to stop the drugs and how to help people in the street and how to help get kids knives off the street. He said, the things you're telling them, they're not even doing. They're really good ideas and they're really intelligent what you're saying, but they can't be bothered. Just laziness. And then if you could stop the street knives on the streets, you could stop the drugs on the streets. That's 90% of the trouble gone. And it's so easy to do. A fucking baby could do it, but they don't want to do it because they like it because they get more money off the government. If you stop the knives and you stop the drugs, they'd hate it. The government make fortunes off it. make fortunes. If you've got people on heroin, you get them off it. Well, that's somebody's not getting any medication off the doctor. So if you've got 1 million people off medication, so you get 1 million people off heroin and off crack and off coke. So you've got 10 million people off. That's 10 million people got the £10 prescriptions every fucking month. You know, some of them people are on 4 or 5, 6. I've got fucking 10, 15 different fucking types of meds and laxatives and all sorts of shit. So imagine if you stopped all the medications for the people, if you got them hooked out, the people poorly off the drugs, the government would be raging because all these pharmaceutical companies would be fucking losing trillions of pounds. They don't want them off the drugs. They want them on drugs. They want them burgling. They want the crime rate high so they can keep getting more money off the government to plough it into it to give the police, because we actually pay the police their money. We pay the police out of our poll tax, whole council tax. That's where the money comes from. You know, and you phone up 999, like 4 of these neighbours phone 999. I didn't phone them. I was on the front. You can hear me shouting. Fucking waste of fucking. I'm not phoning. They're fucking useless. Emma phoned 3 times. She has the right to phone the police. 999 is for everyone. It's an emergency. That's what they're there for. And they get paid for. And they never turned up for a woman on her own with my brother ill. And we not just had the house, the windows smashed once, which we got told the windows were going to get smashed if we won't stop the podcast. Well, I'm going to start the podcast. I've got too many people. I'll use it. We'll look after each other. I'm going to start the podcast for that fucking scumbag. I'm not backing down to no one. They'll have to fucking kill me. They've tried to do it. Smashed the windows. Next day, we're going to put your windows through tomorrow if you don't stop the podcast. They'll put the windows through again. Cops still, they've obviously phoned them up and said, look, we've been told we're going to get the windows put through. They're just full of, our language is full of shit. Give them the Joe, they did it again. So the third time, she thought, look, we're getting threatened now, they're going to firebomb the house. Oh, they won't dare. It's just talk. They flashed a few windows. It won't happen no more, I'll guarantee you. This was like the complaints police she phoned. She know it won't happen. Next minute, firebomb comes through in the car, blows the car up, fucked all the back seats of my car, everything. My car's all burnt and everything. The police don't come out for my mate, Kev Kelly's brother, was ex-SES, ex-MI5. He said, tell Brian what they've done there. They've carried out an explosive device they've made. If you make an explosive device, you put a fuse on it, even if you have fireworks, and put them together, tie them together and put a fuse, that's a bomb. It's a homemade bomb under Article 1818, if you have a look, of the explosive device. So they've made a bomb, put it in my car, it's exploded. And then we're waiting in case the other one detonates, because they put another one in. They never come out. So we couldn't even go to the car in case it did fucking blow up. She's going, no, what if it blows up? What if it's fucking, it's the petrol tank or something? We're panicking, the neighbours are panicking. And then the next minute, we get threats again. Next minute, fucking, what do you call them, smoke bombs with a big massive bang. The police from next door shit us out with 2 kids and the prison officers next to that side, shit themselves. Neighbourhood, I'm terrified. And the police don't even turn up. So then somebody else, the next day they said, if you don't pack in by Friday, so 4 or 5 days, you're going to get firebombed. Want to burn your house down? Want to burn your house down? 10 sending it from Gary Smasher, which is your tinfoil. You're fucking paid, you little scumbag. What they do? They took him in the police station 18 days after the incident. Had him in for 10 minutes because Emma said, well, how long did you have him in for? She went, oh, we had him in while he was in. I had a quick look at his phone. Well, that's not protocol. Protocol's this. You go in, get all your devices took off you like I have. Devices are sent to Weatherby, which is a forensic place, and they put a logistic fingerprint in where they put everything up. They'll put like Brian Cockerill, firearm, explosive device, bomb. So they'll put it up like 55 times bomb will come up on the page, 65 times Brian Cockerill, or 200 times Emma Cockerill, and then they put it all together. The logistic people and see the MO, how it starts. It's all the same all the way through. Then they go to the next person who they've been doing it to, and theirs is the same. Their MO is the same. I'll burn your house down. I'm going to kill your dog. I'm going to rape your mum. I'm going to rape your dad. It's the same MO. Go to the next one. So they get all these people in chronological order. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they'll see about 40 people. All with this. I'm going to burn your house down. I'm going to bum your dog. I'm going to rape your wife. And they see the same MO. I think that's the company got him. And the logistic fingerprint puts him in jail. It's not the fucking doing the job because they're getting away with it when they're doing it because that little cunts are coming with their masks on and smashing windows and stuff and doing a runner and I come out to have a go at them. They won't stand and fight me on the street because they're fucking shitbags. When I went out, one of them was that scared. He's like, "Oh, open the door!" He drops the firework, the smoke bomb on the floor, and that's how I got the full, brand new smoke bomb on the floor. Picked it up with my fingers like that and brought it in, put it on the table. Police come. I said, "Well, there's the smoke bomb. We got the smoke bomb." We've asked them where the smoke bombs were. They went, "Oh, we've lost them," because the man next door got one, but that went off, and he kicked it under his car to get it away from the car. And he gave it to them. So they've lost 2 smoke bombs, but would have. Them smoke bombs we made were, say, pyrotechnics, and the other one's ex-army. He said you have to be over 21 to sell them, and you have to give ID, like your license or your passport. So they would say they came from Holland. They'd have a tracking device on them, like a tracking number that would go through, because it's a device. It's gunpowder. It's an explosive device. Even though they're called Terrorhawk rockets. That's what we had. So they're the loudest ones you can get. So they put them in the car, and all 6 of them, they blow up. And we've asked the police to come, like, well, Emma's never turned up. So the neighbours have phoned the police, never turned up for the neighbours either, which is policewomen and prison officers. They're witnesses to it. One's a doctor, and his wife's a doctor. One on the corner's a nurse. One's an ambulance driver. Them type of people you can't ignore, because they're fucking paying. They're in a top of the range job, and they're in a top of the range, like say, like hospital. When they talk about it, they'll go from that hospital that one, and people think, what's going on with the Cleveland police? And that's when they get fucked. So we've got complaints now, because when them firebombs come to our house, another person got their car petrol bombed in Middlesbrough, which is about 6 miles from our house. Within 20 minutes, a full 2 units went out with a recovery truck, and went to the place. The fire brigade put it out, the fire, and the 2 cars stayed outside all night, put the fires out, put it on the back of a recovery truck, tarpaulin over it, and took it to forensics. Why was our car? We left 18 days and it was on now. We went out to use it because I had to get out and do jobs. So they never come to my car, because it's Brian Cockerill in it. If I'd have been told Tommy Smith, Andy Jenkins, they'd have been here, because who I am, and because they can't stand me. I've never worked with them in my life. That's why they don't like it. So they said, "Oh, no, it won't happen." Then Emma phoned them up and said, "I can't believe she's done it again." She's like, "I really can't believe." She said, "Brian could have been better alive. I had clozapine, I'm not going to lie to you, which is my restless leg syndrome tablets. I'd had 2, I had 1. So I was knackered. I kept at the window, looking at the window in case they come, ready to fucking have a go with them. And Leah was me, so she went to the shop, locked me in, and I went to the bed anyway. I took the 2 tablets and I fell asleep, absolutely exhausted. No sleep for 3 days after all the shit. And there'd been a bag of nerves, keeping an eye on her, making sure she's alright, crying her eyes out in the fucking middle of the night and stuff. Bobby shitting himself, looking out the window, petrified, 3 and 4 in the morning, fucking not nice. Me, I don't give a fuck. I can do what they want me. It didn't bother me. So anyway, thank you very much, Timmy B. Legend. So I'm thinking, come to my house, see what I fucking do with your cunts. And my head's just gone, but just one in that Terminator mode, like, I'm going to fucking wipe you out. You come to my house, see what I do with you. I've still got it in my head now. I still won't fucking back down them. I'm going to run from them fucking maggots. Running from tinfoils, gang. So anyway, fucking, what's happened is, I've been done for that. When I said, "You come to my house, I'll fight fire with fire." An Englishman's home to his castle, even though I'm from Scotland. You have the right, the fundamental right to protect your family. So they're trying to take my fundamental right away from me. And I spoke to 2 barristers who were friends, and I talked to a solicitor who was a friend. They said, "Never had anything like it in my life." It's absolutely, if you told people this, they wouldn't believe you. If you've written it in a book, they think there's no way the police aren't going to turn up. Well, fucking never. They never turned up. And when they did turn up, they never got that scruffy, smelly little fucking piece of shit. But about 18 days they've left him. That gives him plenty of time to clean his house, to take all the messages off and run about and do all his stuff and get away with it. So that would have been me. The first night I said, "You come to my house. If you come to my house, even if I have to kill you on the fucking doorstep, I will. If I have to kill you. Come to my house for about 4 hours. I've been making that phone call. They're at my house on the same day as I've made it. And I've made it because my house was under attack. Firebombed my fucking garage. The fire's on. That's a light. You've seen the lads going with the fire extinguishers putting the fire out. And I'm going, "I'll fucking kill you." And on your head, you go, "Fucking kill you." You go mental. Anyone more than even one of the women, even race lady in there towards. So she seems like a dog or something getting there. She's like, "It's come out, I'll kill you." You get that that thing in your head, don't you? I'm not fucking back down to no one. And you have to have them words in you. If you don't fight back, you're going to get killed. If you don't do something, they're going to kill you. So you think, well, I've got to be like this. If I don't be like this, my family's going to get killed. My dog's going to get killed. My brother's going to get killed. My wife's going to get raped. That's what they were saying on the Gary Smasher page. They never even took the Gary Smasher. Even the cops come, and while they were here, Emma said, "Look, there it is here." And the Gary Smasher was coming on. He was saying, "Oh, they're deleting everything off. It proves that they've been doing it. We're going to shoot you." And the cop could see the message of Emma's Cockerill, "You're going to get your head blow off," and everything. He never done that with it. Never even took the phone and downloaded it and kept the message and triangulated the message and found them and nothing. That'd have been me. They'd have been here. They'll come to the house. Look how many 16, 17, 18 cops, 17, I think it was called. There's 6 come in the house. There was 4 in one van, 4 in the other. There was 4 in another van. That was 12. And then there was a little car. Then there was another one. And then there was fucking the main ambulance at the bottom of the X5. So I think it was 17, officers. So there was 2 with tasers coming. But you had one with 2 with their 9mm Glocks, because they used to have a couple. And then you've got 1 left-handed one coming in and 1 right-handed. That's all coming in the house with the guns, and then they've got the tasers and they've got the fucking CS gas ready. And I'm paralysed. You can see the statement. Now, I'd already been in a police station with Emma 3 times because of him. And when I went in, I just come to hospital. I went, "You should be coming down here like that. Why didn't you tell us?" I said, "Because my wife's frightened in case you come heavy-handed, you grab me and I fall down the stairs and it'll be paralysed, like break my back." So he said, "I shouldn't. You see, I'm putting you down as a very vulnerable person." So I'm down in the police station on the computer as a vulnerable person. I had to go down again with him because he said, "Oh, I've now got the Crown Prosecution Service." Now, if I said to it, like Friday night, "You're all getting nicked, Joe, because I've got 2 lads. I know you've shot fucking Tommy such and such, and I've grassed you up, and they're going to get you because of the bank job you did yesterday." That there would be like fair due and distressing. What the fuck's he on about? So that would give some people fear. He can do it. Nothing happens. He can threaten to kill people, rape people, burn people's houses down, murder people's wives, rape people's wives. Del Brendan Hyde, Teddy Dick, everyone, multiple people from all over the country, professional boxers, actors, and all sorts have said it. And he keeps getting off. So he's got to be working with the cops. I mean, he stood 2 books on 2 police officers. How's that going to look good in court? Well, how do you know he's working with the police? Well, he is here in a pub with him drinking. He is in another pub having a parmesan with him. Here they are in his house because he's got them all over where he's been with them. Here they are in his house drinking. So how can I get a fair deal now when it's a conflict of interest? I mean, if you worked in a bank, your sister worked in a bank, and you worked in a bank, and there was an inquiry against you, they wouldn't put your sister involved in it because it would be a conflict of interest because your sister's in the bank. They get you and somebody from another bank to investigate it, to come in. Or if you worked in a shop, they wouldn't have somebody in the shop investigate you. They'd have somebody from another shop to come in. So there's a totally different person. There's no conflict of interest. So that's what they do. It's like if you live next door to a judge and you were on trial. Well, the judge lives next door, you'd have to stop the trial and kick it out because it'd be a mistrial because you know the judge. And they'd have to get a new judge. So how's he going to go to court with 2 police officers, knowing him, not just normal cops, one's chief inspector of the murder squad, one's detective sergeant of the drug squad. Now they know exactly, they could say, all right, say they're not officers no more, but they've signed a declaration under the freedom of speech where you're not allowed to give it out. So you're not allowed to divulge information as a priest, a doctor, a nurse, school teacher, bank manager, whatever. You're not allowed to divulge. If you do, you get charged for it. You get charged because you signed this declaration. You're not allowed to divulge the information. A school teacher or Tommy Jenkins, dad's a paedophile. They can't go and say it, or a social worker could know 50 paedophiles. If they mention any of them to anyone, they get the sack and they go to jail for it. So this fucker, he can do what he wants. He can do anything he wants. He's hanging around with police officers, writing books on criminals. And then he's fucking making statements. It's me, and I'm getting arrested within 4 or 5 hours of him phoning the police up. They're at my house. Emma thought they would come for her. I was in bed, and I said, I'm fucking exhausted. I don't want to have a good sleep. Like I say, I went to fucking bed on the night. I said, I'm going to have a lay down. So I was laid on the bed with Eli. And next night I went to sleep. This was like when the cops come. And then they arrested me because we could hear the sirens. Just well, at least they're going to sort it out now. Get some sleep. Didn't even turn up. Didn't turn up for days and days and days. We didn't turn up. Didn't do nothing. We fucking sat here waiting for trouble all the time, and they're not even fucking bothered. Be something different if it was their fucking houses getting petrol bombed. Be something different if their wives getting threatened to be raped. Burn the houses, the messages getting sent to them, dogs getting poisoned. They've done fuck all, not a thing. They haven't even done, you know, that even if they did the due diligence, did the job, you think, well, at least they've tried, they've been to his house, they've arrested him. Then he just said, can you come in? Come in, can I leave it like 4 or 5, whatever, he came in 18 days after the first incident of the fire, the windows being smashed, and they let him in, and then they took all his statements and took all the stuff off him. And he said, oh, well, I just asked, he said, I just looked, so Emma, clever, to record the cop. What really happened? Because when you were on the phone, I was down the town, just to record every fucking word. He went, I know it's him. We know it's him 100%, but we just can't prove it. He said, I just had a quick look on his phone. Well, that's not protocol. What you do is you get your devices to come in your house, they go in with the machine. The machine finds out where every device is. They take all your devices, even your television, their computers. That's how my mate Rob Holloway got done, because they took his out the wall, where the boxes. They take that, every for your what's it called? Your internet, the box with your internet. So they go through the internet box, it's got every single thing, and ghost files in there, and that's how they catch you. So then they put it up, they take it with them, and then they give it to the desk sergeant, and he sends every appropriate stuff away to them. That goes to the desk sergeant. They send that to Weatherby. They take all the stuff, they download it all, and then they check it all through all the due diligence. They check it all and go through it all. And if one, like, say, everything's to Tommy Smith has been threatened, and Johnny Jenkins, and Andy John Jones, and this one and that one and that one, they all start linking together. That's how they catch, like, murderers and paedophiles and fucking serial killers and serial fucking trolls. See, these are all teamed up together. They're all together. That fucking, obviously, fucking, you've seen it. You're not stupid. That Irish prick, Shirley, fucking Darren G, fucking the other one, Conroy, fucking, what's the one called? Decker Higgy. They're all together. They're all fucking wrong. No police informants, all grasses. Birds of a feather stick together. We're all good people on here. We all stick together. We all help each other. But all the birds of a feather and the bad ones stick together in their gang. So if you hang around with bodybuilders, you become bodybuilder. You hang around with fucking boxers, you become a boxer. You hang around with good people, you become a good person. You hang around with Christians, you become a Christian. That's what it will. Show me your friends and I'll show you what you are. So these fuckers just want to bring people down. They degrade people, and they love to bring people down to the knees and make them poorly. To see people crying, like Emma crying. Don't cry on the thing, because it's going to make him have his jollies off. So you shouldn't do it now. Paddy, no, I never attacked Paddy. It was he got some gear. His brother got some gear off me, and he came with one of our friends, and the stuff was shit. And I didn't have to. I would never check kilos of gear, like cannabis and stuff. So I'd have somebody else do it. You know, like I'd have, like, say, I'd have 100 kilo, 500 kilo, whatever. And somebody buy 20, just there's 20 for you, 20 you, 20 you, and just get rid of it straight away. So sometimes you might get like 2 or 3 keys at a bag called Dink. They used to call that fucking Dink. So Paddy came round with a very good friend of mine. And he said, look, no disrespect, but I wouldn't dare come around here causing trouble. He said, no, it's the same stuff, look, and it was the same package. Went here and give him the money straight away back, because he was a good lad. It was his brother, and I still know them. They're still good friends, you know. But I did tax them in a way, but it was there. It wasn't a tax. They thought I'd tax them, but I'd give him something that wasn't right. So I just swapped it. I just said, look, I'll give you money back and get your own if you want. He said, oh yeah, no problem. So I just gave him that. I got about 2,700 quid. I just went in the kitchen, give him the money. I had the kitchen in the drawer in the kitchen. But it was just one of the things. You can go and you buy a car, can you? Buy a top of a range car, drive it 10 yards on the fucking road, and look at the engine's fucked. Something wrong with it. I've done it before. I've got a brand new car and it's fucking broke down. I had one car bid 14.5 grand for it. It was doing fucking 7 miles a gallon. Like, what the fuck's this? One of them Cherokee Jeeps. He went, oh, what I'll do? I said, you won't be doing that. I want my money back. I've only had it fucking 3 hours. It's fucking shite. I don't want it. So I got the money back off him. But he was being cheeky, so I taxed him 5 grand and all, just on the way there. Gisborough. It's on the bank, caught him there. Go to the TV 3 days. What do you mean? No TV 3 days. What do you mean you've got no TV 3 days, Timmy B? Yeah, the signal or something. Oh, so you get a remote quicker than that. You get a remote straight away the next day. Just put in, you can get a remote to fucking next day, mate. You get sent straight out. Emergency, it costs you a couple of quid more. Just get sent out. About 20 quid if you are, about 10 extra. I've had a few. Bobby fucking useless. You always break them. You should always buy a separate one. You know, put it away in case you break it. And them sure the ones to shine. Don't get one of them replica ones. They're fucking garbage. They always break. They're garbage. I was going to say, if you've never had a telly, they've got a telly to you. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. So son delivered to him. Yeah, you get it straight away. Emma's fucking great with all that stuff. I ain't got a clue. Fucking hopeless do. I can't even send an email. I haven't got a clue. Fucking stupid fucking thing. Get it fucking out. Like, just, yeah, this guy should just throw things at the wall. Fucking everything. Fucking stupid fucking phone and bounce it off the wall. Them three Nokia 3110s, they were fucking class them. Like a rubber blue with grey on. You could drop it from the moon and hit the fucking floor and bounce up and catch it. It was fucking unbelievable. You'd bounce it off people's heads. Like a little phone, they were fucking brilliant. They were perfect in your hand for talking and everything. I don't like them new ones, they're fucking shit. Well, the screens are good and all that stuff. Emma loves them. Paid £2,000 for it, or £1,200 for it. And then she only went on to fucking America talking to David. £300 fucking pound extra. I was fucking raging. So it cost me £1,500 for the fucking phone. Then she dropped it and pushed something and paid another 200 quid. It cost about fucking close to £2,000 for a phone. £2,000 for a fucking phone. She said, "You're not feeling £2,000 now, are you?" I said, "You will have a fucking strangle you in a minute. Fucking not feeling £2,000, cheeky cow." She's funny, you know, Emma. She's really quick. She's not scared of no cunt. And the mate can fight for fun. Fucking hell. What best backup going? Helen, dear. Fucking destroyed them. Yeah, Argos is quick. You're right. Argos is a good place. Very quick. Argos, top of the road. There's one. I think I'm not sure if there's one over Teesside Park, but there's one in Stockton. They are good. Argos, really good. I just go on. I go to the television company where it's from. Like say Teesside Park, and phone them up. Or if I tell you it and ask them if you got a remote, and they usually get the next day. No, you don't get over it. Not have no fucking telly. I don't give a fuck what you say. Man, a few smokes you get, you fuck get over it. But no fucking telly. No telly is a fucking nightmare. No telly is the worst thing in the world. It's the no telly for days. Oh my fucking do. You die. No telly, no phone for days. That's how bad I've got on them. Yeah, because you get your telly took off you. Fucking die, wouldn't you? Years ago, we wouldn't give a shit. Can you get an old Monopoly out? How the fuck are you going to roll the dice for him, Freedom? Oh, what you could do is you could play. You'd have to have one, and I'd have to have one. I have to roll mine. You watch. You haven't got to tell you. I'm going to tell you. Watch me roll the dice. I'm fucking crackers on. I'm thinking you could play Monopoly. I could roll the dice for me and play it. And you're going out. Yeah, you could still do it. Oh, you haven't got to tell you, have you, to look through it? I'm thinking he's going to watch through it because he's got to tell you on. You could watch me rolling the dice. I used to like that other one. What was it called? The red, yellow, green. What the Ludo? I used to love that. My favourite Ludo. I didn't like that fucking Kaplunk thing. It was shit, wasn't it? Kaplunk. That fucking donkey thing when you pull the things off. That used to do me head in that. That fucking Stretch Armstrong thing. That was fucking daft. That was good. The Evil Knievel on the bike. He was good. And Action Man. The man with the bionic eyes. He was good. Bionic Man as well. Eagle Eye. That was it, wasn't it? Action Man. Eagle Eye. A few smokes. Still fucking murder. You still a few smokes. You're still not watching any telly, are you? When you do that, don't you get to my nerves? They fucking taking the batteries out. The batteries don't fucking work. Just go to the shop. You go to the pound shop. £2 for 12 batteries. They'll last you for months, a year. And you're getting them, they're bagging it, don't they? They'll bite the battery, squeeze it. There's a fucking pound at the pound shop with the battery. £2 now, but it's a pound shop. I said to the woman, wait a minute, they're £2. It's called the pound shop. It's going to have to be called the £2 shop now. When we get old, it's going to be the £150 shop. Oh, Paddy's a good lad. Paddy's a very good friend of mine, Paddy. Paddy said, if you fucking Brian Cockerill, forget about all that boxing, forget about all that jiu-jitsu and all that stuff. But he gets older, it's fucking game over. You're finished, completely finished. You just fucking choke it out, strangle you. It's too strong for anyone. But Paddy was on a podcast talking about it. He said, you haven't got a chance if you get older. You're finished. I've seen that many times with him. It's just too strong. I haven't known Paddy for years. Me and Sean Day used to go around and see him all the time. We used to have the halfpenny pub, Groveville. Been best friends for years. And he tried to cause trouble. Paddy, God bless him. He was pooling not long ago and he phoned me. He said, I was in the hospital. He said, I've just phoned you, big fella. You all right? I said, listen, big fella. He said, I've not said one word about you. Fucking hell, I love you to bits. And I said, I love you too, Paddy. I knew it was him, but I was getting a bit paranoid, being pooling, being bad night. He said, well, that's what he does. He said, he's fucking horrible. He said, all that time, I was believing he was like other people, and I was the same, sticking up for him like Paddy was sticking up for him, and I was. But the great thing now, the Lord Jesus Christ has shown the whole world what you are, a fucking wrong'un, compulsive liar, thief, and the fucking wrong'un, that pure wrong'un. Sitting watching fucking. Me and Bobby went in. He was. I thought, fucking hell, we've all done it. We've got to paint the friends' houses or your brothers or sisters, whatever you've got the door and the fucking red or something having sex. You're like, fucking hell, are you in? You scream like fuck, don't you? Go, where's that thing? If you got the car, and we're dead loud so they can hear you, so they stop. So I got in the house and I could hear this noise, like people having sex. Are you in? It's me, Bobby. Are you in? Dead loud. No noise. Still going on. I'm fucking hell. Fucking hell. And he said, now he in. Could hear his voice. I'm in. I'm upstairs getting in the bath. So I come in and he's got a gay porn video on with 5 blokes having sex with one young lad about fucking 15, 16-year-old. I went, what? Then I've turned it off. I said, what the fuck are you watching that for? Oh, it's my mate. He keeps sending it. All the time. Then I went another day and Maniac was there. He tried it on with Maniac. He went to Maniac. I'm not being funny, Maniac. He was in the shower again. So he said, that he always seems to be in the shower and the men come round and get himself ready. So he said to Maniac, I'm not being in a gay way. Why would you even mention that? Because obviously I mean it in a gay way. But you've got the most beautiful blue eyes I've ever seen on a man. Maniac went, oh, he said, I got all fucking shivery cold. I fucking shit myself then. And yeah, you and Bobby at the doors of the fucking mall, you saved my life. I fucking shit myself. He said, I knocked his fucking teeth out. He said, horrible cunt. He hasn't got no teeth to knock out. I said, he's laughing his head off. He's fucking creepy man. And then we were in the we were on the car now. Church leader was taking us home from the do. And he said, if I only like disgusting porn. I said, do we have to talk about that? We're coming from the do for a good night. You've ruined the fucking night, you, by the way, ruined it. And anyway, he went, oh, if it's not like a donkey or one leg having sex with a woman who's got one leg, I don't like to watch it. I mean, or a dog having sex with a woman and think that. I mean, fuck it, you could shut the fuck up now. And then he went, I'm going. He went to get out of the car, and I was in the front. And I grabbed the daft cunt back in, 60, 70 mile an hour on the road from come back from. He said, just push the cunt out now. I can't remember. I never had more money in my pocket. Wouldn't have paid the company, even give him half the money after making a fool of us on the show. That's how decent a person I am. I still give him half the fucking money. He didn't do nothing. I did all the talking, apart from the beginning when he talked shit. And he wanted to get out of the car. I'm going down the town for a drink. Being a daft cunt. 60, 70 mile an hour in the car. And I pulled him back in. Are you fucking mental? Put his seatbelt on, Bobby. Bobby put his seatbelt on him. Tried to get out twice for fucking crackers. So anyway, we were taking him home. He gave the lad £3. Yeah, it was £16.50 for a taxi and £16.50 back. So that's like 30, 32, 33. And it would be the same because he had to go to the other place. So he talked like £60, £70 with the taxis and from the pub. So you're talking probably £70, £80 for a taxi. He never even give the lad. We all put like 10 rin, me, Bobby, Emma. We all put like 10 quid, like 40 quid we give him for the petrol, and expected him to put it for about 10 rin. He never put out in fucking rotten McGreed. Really greedy bastard. And ruined the full fucking night. Everyone was saying, don't bring him back, Sleeping Beauty, you can come. Then another time I went to his house, he was watching pornos again, and it was fucking, it was gay porn again. I went, you know what, I'm going to stop coming around. Do you have that on? Again, I'm not coming to the house. So I'm not in all that. All my mates doing it as a joke. And you're all right in the fucking enjoy. So you're sitting there watching that all day long, gay porn. He's into gay porn, that's who you didn't know, but don't have it when I'm fucking there. Not being disrespectful to anyone who's gay. If you're gay, doesn't fucking bother me. I'll still give you a cuddle, still give you a kiss on the cheek, still be nice. Still not have no homophobia whatsoever. But I don't want to be watching two fucking men on a fucking video or 5 minutes about raping a young boy on a video, and he thinks it's funny. But watching things like that, he's fucking twisted in the head. I mean, not probably like that. Fucking hell, he's watching it again. So then he went all the way to Liverpool to do a hit on someone. He said when he got there, he jumped out of a white van. He ran to the window and he smashed 3 eggs through the window. He smashed the window. Didn't smash the window. He smashed 3 eggs out the window. Go! As if he's doing an armed robbery or like a shooting out the window. So you can tell it's been him doing the windows because he thinks he's escalated from throwing eggs to throwing fucking bricks now. But he's got little divvies doing it, and 2 of them have been battered. 2 of them been caught. One got caught who pinched the motorbike. He got caught in the Park Endway that way, and he got fucking booted all over Middlesbrough. They battered him about 5 times. It was a lad's motorbike. And he smashed it into fucking pieces. And the other one was from Birmingham. We know exactly who he is. We've been down there and we spoke to the people. He's 15-year-old. 15-year-old kid he used. That's what he is, a fucking scumbag. And the people, his mum and dad are lovely people. I think there's 8 or 9 kids. There's 7 or 8 kids in the mum and dad. So there's 9 people in the family. I wouldn't go there and smash the house up because the kid's a little daft cunt. But he told the kid, Brian Cockerill raped my one of his relations, his sister or whatever, and that's what he did with Dale. He said, that Dale, Brendan Hyde, raped my sister. I know he raped a young boy. She rapes young boys. And he had Simon Ambler going to go to the house of a fight. So anyway, we're nearly having a fight. So Dale went to his house for him, not for him, and sat down and realised it was Jamie making it all up, all lies again, pretending that he'd been raping young kids so he'd have a fight because Sam had been sexually abused in kids' homes. He tells it on the documentary thing, on the podcast with us. He said, and then I bought him a cross, but he said he didn't know. He said when he turned round, he said, I looked, I bought him a little cross. He said he threw the cross in the bin. So that shows you he doesn't like God. He threw the cross in the fucking bin. Because he couldn't beat me up and have a go with us, Simon. He fell out with him. So he started saying, when them men were bumming you in them homes, you loved it. You liked them gay men raping you because you're a gay and all that. He's got a kid and he's got a wife and everything. But he suffers bad from mental health. It turned him over. But his head had gone, wouldn't come out of the house enough. His head was gone. Another one he tortured. Fucking horrible he is. Nice lad from Wakefield. We give him some books towards his charity because his son's a rugby player. Lovely lad. He came on the show and that. And he kept an eye on Emma for me when he was in there. He said, it's an hour away. He said, me and Dale will come straight down for her. And that was nice of him, but tortured the lad, saying he liked being raped when he was in an approved school. That's in my head, I think fucking mentally deranged, totally deranged to do things like that to people. Like somebody in that pain, that type of pain, people have gone through that, were listening thinking, what the fuck's wrong with that fucking scumbag? He's definitely mentally deranged. He's definitely fucking to me, I think he needs sectioned and he'll never get out. But he just lies about everything. Every single thing that comes out of his mouth is a lie. Yeah, the old Nokia phone. Snake on the old Nokia phones. Oh yeah. Fucking shite over and they couldn't clear them. Remember the first thing that came out? Peep, boop, boop, boop. That fucking stupid tennis thing. Beep, beep. That was the first thing that came out. You used to go to the 2 pence and have a play of it. And you'd have Bob. And that was what it was like a little bit of white. The little square little thing used to beep at each corner. That was the first thing that came out. And then was Commodore 64, I think was the first computer, what I remember. Oh, Jamie got one when he was a kid. I was never into them ones. Still can't use them. Still haven't got a clue. Return of Edgar. Return of Edgar Lee. J. Edgar Lee. It's horrible, man, jerkily, isn't it? Right, guys, I'm going to show. It's been on for 2 hours, 45 minutes. Really good night tonight. And thank you. I'm going to have something to eat. I'm fucking starving now. Hope you're okay, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you get stuck for that thing, Jimmy, where you're at, not far from us, I'll get you one. Could see it coming out again, taking the piss out of me, see. Look at the mouse. Yeah, I try to like computers, they don't do what I like. So I've got them now. Fucking big stupid hands I've got. It's fucking nightmare, this. Why do you always fucking the mouse? Why does the mouse not go with it? It's like Tetris, isn't it? Remember that? I'm got a clue what I'm doing. It's just going all over the fucking place. Get over here. Stupid fucking mouse. 3 blind mice. Fucking head. This one's fucking blind. There's nowhere it's going. Where the fuck am I doing? The fuck. See, just in 2 seconds. Look, see, I'm going that way and it's going down and then it just goes the other way. What are you doing? There, look, why don't you go across? Fucking bastard won't go across there. So. Up, come on. How'd you go up? Oh, my fucking head's battered with it. Swear down. Please be alright. Oh, you fucking moron, I am. Please, come on, please. Hold that. Yes, just so you hold it, and that's what you do. Now, another fucking 20 minutes to get this bit. I've done it. Yes. This is fucking ridiculous, isn't it? I'm a troll. Fucking troll. Can't even fucking turn it off and on. Brian's always trolling me. Trolling you where? It's not fucking not good, is it, guys? It just seems to take the fucking piss, doesn't it? Honest. Fucking what if I could punch it, I would. Get up with it. That's it this time, please. You fucking rotten, dirty mouse. That's it, that's it. No, you just take that fucking piss out of me now, mouse. I'll do it. It's not doing nothing. Oh my god. Oh, it's gone. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's perfect, isn't it? It fell off again. Hands and I could say, fucking stupid hands. Worst man today, the worst I've ever had for months. Come on! It's driving me mental.
Ah, nearly. Oh, you done it, I think, nearly. One. Yeah.
Fucking
Nearly.
stupid bastard thing.